have been consistent, speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Niger what yo? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only leader that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government.
Let me hear you. Okay, so if that's what you believe, well, more details have been emerging from late Muhammadu Buhari's administration. Do you think it's the same thing that we're experiencing in this administration?
Esther, let me say something. You see, I was listening to your news this evening with my brother Gobi, and in fact, I was crying. I didn't want to come to this studio, but because I didn't inform you that I would not come. That's why every rational human being, let me use the word human being, will bleed seeing this country going the way it's going. When I listen to the budget, when I listen to what Akpabio was saying, I whip my heart bleed. See, when they are accusing that some people are cabal or these things, or some people are causing insecurity, then the people look at the allegation. A senator, a PDP senator from Sokoto said that what was gazetted about this task of the team was different from what they passed. Nobody's saying anything about it. And the president gazetted it, and it's an impeachable offense. Nobody's talking about it. Look at the budget of 2025 budget. Nobody's talking about it. They are not telling us what happened. Look at this one. The deficit of almost 22 or 20 something trillion. Where are we going to get money to cushion or to pay this? Nobody's talking. What they are talking about is how they capture every other person, no opposition. The fight, he was attacking him back for allowing somebody to be in opposition. Look at how they are talking as if they are gods. But do you know one thing that gave me solace in life? There was a time the Nebuchadnezzar was ruling the whole thing. They say he talks like a god. There was a time Julius Caesar was a god himself. But when the time comes, these things will crumble. Nobody knows. My condolences to the senator that just died. Nobody knew what will happen or know what will happen tomorrow. The way APC government is doing, this country is finished. So they should, I probably have told Nigerians that they are the people breeding this insecurity. Because he says some people, they know them. Why wouldn't he mention them? Because we know how they form Boko Haram. We know how they form all these people in order to remove Jonathan from the post. And now those things are still working. They know. So my issue is that Nigerians, we are suffering. They are not thinking about us. And all this defection from one political party, from their party to APC, it's not that they are doing well or they are doing it in collaboration with people. That will tell you that they have, people should know that these people are no longer for you. They don't care for you. They don't believe what you believe. They don't see your pain. What they are interested in is money, and they are the loser because they are not developed mentally. What they see is that money. It's not money is the real issue. It's what legacy are you leaving? That's what we are thinking about. That's what every rational human being is supposed to think and look beyond. We must make this country to be great, but this crop of people cannot make it. Nigerians should wake up.
That defection we started with, and at the beginning of the year, that year of this dispensation was so distracting, was so, it dissuaded this progress in this country. Because a governor who has his plan, and then he saw that so many things will affect him in such a way that he may not come back second time, he started thinking of any consultation. How will such a person move forward? A senator, a rep, that wants to make law, and then there is a fear of if you don't defer to our own side, you may not come back next time, or you if you want to pass a bill, we will not be able to listen to you because you are not a part of. Very distracting. If you don't look at that thing was a serious distraction for development in this country. And then second, to be saying that the president is not aware somebody's cabal is doing that and this, as if they brought the president from somewhere to come to Nigeria. Maybe they brought him from abroad, where he was schooling, and brought him to Nigeria. So he wasn't aware of what was going on in Nigeria. Were we not in Nigeria together during the time of Jonathan, during the time of Buhari, during the time of Obasanjo? We were all together in Nigeria, and the president didn't tell us he wasn't aware of any party. He was totally aware of everything, all the problems of Nigeria, because this insecurity was very, very serious during the time of Buhari, and the president was, say something like he was one who helped Buhari to become president. So everybody is aware. Everybody, the president is totally very much aware about what is going on in Nigeria. So he doesn't need anybody to tell him. What he needs is his blueprint, that solution that he has prepared before coming in as a president, to put it into action and then begin to listen to testimonies from ordinary Nigerians, the masses. But what we hear are, anytime they get to office, we start hearing something like Cabal is controlling the office, Cabal is doing this, Cabal is doing...
No, it's not. Well, you've heard Aisha Buhari speak very well, but in the case of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Cabal doesn't seem to be a negative thing. It seems to be one of positivity. They've helped the government. They've been very tactical, politically tactical, in helping the president achieve his objective.
Do you know why I love Obasanjo?
Why?
Obasanjo is a person that will take responsibility. In Akwa Ibom or Cross River, Obasanjo came out and said, don't blame any mistake in my government. Don't blame my minister. Blame me because the ball stopped on my table. What are they talking about? Yes, you must have cabal. If anybody tells you that you can't have some people around you that will advise you, that person is lying. You have people around you that will tell you, Mr. President, Mr. Governor, look at how you should do this. We think you can do this thing will work. Look at this, look at this. Now, you will not sit as a leader to know the one that is good. But for somebody telling me the newspaper they give to president is different from what he... So you are stereotyped. You are caged. You are caged.
It's not possible.
No, I'm not.
Why?
That president is not supposed to be a president.
I'm coming. You want to tell me that there'll be two guardian
They
newspapers?
can do it. They do, yes.
Wait now.
They will pay them.
See, listen to me. You want to tell me that a popular
Where was Mr.
I'm coming.
Let's not drag issues unnecessarily.
Mr. Lord, that's true.
Let me remind you something. Why was it that former President Muhammadu Buhari will always tell you he never knew what was happening?
Because he didn't want to know. True. But that newspaper of a thing is true.
That's not true. You do that. This VOP now, the president will be listening to another orchestrated VOP somewhere that is not real VOP.
No. It's a quite different. You see, this country is corrupt in the essence that these newspapers, they will pay them heavy amount of the money. They will print that newspaper that they meant for the president alone, and the other one for the public. It's doable. They are doing it. They do it. It's a difference. It's not nobody. But what I'm saying, listen, Mr. Lawal, don't argue this. VOP is a radio. They can't. They don't have time to listen to. But we're talking about now. You are talking about newspaper. And let me tell you, any president that says he doesn't feed or know what is, I'm not in the known, he's not supposed to present. That means that person is dead, because you yourself supposed to move out. You are not caged. You are not caged. Those things are flexible excuses they are giving. But that of newspaper, they can do it, because every morning they have provision for it. You place all the newspapers in strategic place for the president and other office of the president, and all of them, they do it. You can't say they can't do it. Please.
You see, they do it, Mr. Now. That's why I said let's not drag that aspect. It's possible. We've heard reports of how sometimes they isolate the president for one reason or the other. Mary has really made a lot of revelations. I don't know if you've read about the things that she has said lately. It's like she was just waiting for this kind of opportunity to make a lot of expressions. She talked about her husband's diet, her husband's food, Mama Ndaura controlling. In fact, Mama Ndaura, I'm wondering, I haven't heard anything from him. I'm waiting for him to make a lot of countering a lot of counter statements, because we heard he was one controlling every activity in Aso Villa, like literally everybody. Before you have access to Buhari, you will need to tell them precisely what you wanted. We also heard that they were part of the people that impeded President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the time, who was like a statesman, to have access to.
They know their reason of. One day they will tell Nigerians the reason why they are doing such a thing. They have a reason.
What's the reason?
I won't tell you here.
No, say it
no,
now.
I cannot say it here. They should tell us.
One day they will tell us.
One day,
so
it took Babangida 30-something years to tell us that the coup of 1966 is not an Igbo coup. It took him how many years? Almost 50 years, I mean, for him to say that. God keep us alive. They will tell us why they were shedding people not to come too close to Buhari.
I have something to say.
Please go ahead.
It's only in Nigeria that I hear, fictional stories that you'll be telling us something that is not true, while you describe it and everybody knows this is just a novel, a fictional novel. That is the way. In UK,
in what context?
I'm coming.
No, hold on. What context are you referring to?
Because all these things you are saying,
before you lose your train of
thought. I'm coming. Wait. The president doesn't. Is not aware. He doesn't. Kiniko. You have ministers, and you don't have a day, at least in which you speak one-on-one to your minister. They give you a report. They don't give a report. You just, after appointing them, they disappear. In UK, every week, the prime minister must meet with the monarch. One-on-one. I'm coming. So in Nigeria, the president doesn't have time.
Every time
with his ministers.
Wait,
he doesn't have time one-on-one to ask the minister what exactly is going on in your ministry.
You keep making reference to how things are done here with the UK and US, like the talisman or the template here seems to have a sense of orderliness. So no, hold on, Mr. Tony Mbata, because sometimes that's why I said, Mr. Lawal, to be honest with you, when you want to analyze issues for us here, let's analyze based on the structure we have here, the reality of what we have here. And so that when you're making a disputing claim, the disputing claim can be logically thought about, because you're referring to the UK, you're referring to the US. Are you for real? In comparison to what operates here, you very well know that the structure of Buhari is completely different of the structure in Tinubu's government. Tinubu has said it over and over that he is in charge of his government. There's no cabal that is telling him what to do. Whatever cabal he has, he's in charge of it. And this man is telling you, and in a way, if you look at the conversation and the issues developing, you can tell his son is close to him. They are all in the government and they're taking care of issues for him. Obviously, he has said that he cannot handle things alone. So what we are saying is, it is not a bad thing, actually, if his family are in consonance with him and having to drive his objective. It's not bad. But the question is it only for you and your family? Where does the interest of Nigerians fall in? Because that's the premise in which you were elected. That's basically how you won the election. You won the election because you were meant to represent the entire interest of everyone, regardless of their tribe and regardless of their religion.
Yes, I cannot tell you something.
Yeah.
You see, what Mr. Lawal is saying is is what is supposed to be. Any rational human being cannot even think of this. But in reality, in Nigeria, it's happening. So I am not blaming Mr. Lawal for telling us in UK, this is where human beings live and how government institutions are running, how it's supposed to be. So anybody would think this thing, it can happen. Is it a story? But we are telling you, the country we are in is happening. So believe it or not, and you don't need to argue with it. So stop bringing the US. Yes, US is where human beings, where government people.
We're not saying they're perfect.
No,
they also have their own issues.
After all, they are animals.
There is a systemized process. There is a system that is working. That is the issue that we are discussing here.
Thank you.
So when you want to make a comparison, you can make a comparison with a system that supposedly puts a check and balance there, with a system here that we see that most of the power is on the executive. That's basically it. The executive has a lot of power here. And if you look at the trajectory of what is going on, those who are meant to perfect checks and balances seems to be,
because they're like
rubber stamps.
Yes, they are rubber stamp. Don't dispute that one. They are rubber stamp, and secondly, they don't know the power their institution they hold have. They don't know. And because they don't know who they are, and because they are not mentally developed, that's why you see them, both the judiciary, both the legislators are working under the shadow of the president. So who he is will tell you to your father and to the other person. They will tell you, they will mislead you. We don't have judiciary that is working. We don't have the legislators that are working. Other institutions that are supposed to be independent are not working. INEC is not working. Even the police, even the military, all of them believe. Yes,
you said they're not working.
They are not working. No institution in this country is working. Only we, the citizens.
What are your facts and
no
data
institution.
to provide? Wait.
Okay, can we start from the police?
Let's try to let's try to be factual and not too overly sentimental.
Okay.
Oh, you say all the institutions are not working.
Mention one institution. I'll tell you why they are not working. Mention one institution.
Okay, INEC and police.
Okay, thank God you mentioned INEC and police. You see,
you just went.
Look at a police, an IG police that's supposed to retire how many years ago? He's still there, working.
The president extended his tenure.
Is it supposed to be so?
The president can do that.
Can do what? What about other
constitutional right?
How many years now is there for him to achieve the purpose of somebody that put him there? Look at INEC.
I'm sorry, Mr. Tony Mbata.
You know,
let's. I know, but let's try to also understand certain things. The president extended the tenure
for how many years?
You now want the person to say, "Sir, no, don't."
Why? What are the criteria of extending this thing? That we don't have any other person.
It beholds on the president.
No. He should tell Nigerians why. He should tell Nigerians why. So we don't have any other capable person that can take over that mantle of leadership of IGO police.
This is the power we're talking about.
It's not the power. It's impunity. It's impunity. Let's stop defending these people. It's impunity. The way you are talking about it, you are defending them.
Mr. Tony Mbata, you're too emotional.
I should be, because the country is not working.
You cannot be too emotional.
How can I not? My country is not working.
No, Mr. Tony. Mr. Yes.
I'm objective. You say I'm emotional. Something about my emotion.
I'm speaking. You're being emotional. Let's look at the reality on ground.
Okay.
And let's look at the power that applies to the president. So please stop saying I'm defending. No. If you keep saying defending, whenever you talk, speak with facts. In as much as we understand what is on ground. If you go to court, you cannot win a case with all of these things you're saying. You will not win a case. You have to bring in facts. And then they will read the constitution out for you. The president has that constitutional right to extend the tenure of the IGP.
What I am on the ground.
Can you hold on, Mr. Tony? Hold on. Can you just listen? That's why I said, let's deal with the fact. Yes, it's wrong, but it's the president that extended his tenure. The president extended the tenure of the custom boss as well. Didn't he do so? Yes. So we're talking about the kind of power vested on the president. How do you question that? That is the kind of system we have.
Esther, do you contradict yourself now? You say it's wrong.
Can you listen? No, it's not. Can you listen and understand where I am coming from?
Okay.
Don't look at things from the prism. Understand where I'm coming from. What does the fact say? The fact is, the president has a constitutional right, based on the executive powers on him, to extend the tenure of anyone. It is now left for the House of Reps to actually argue and say, no, Mr. President, you cannot do this. But a situation where anything the president wants and the House of Reps passes it, it becomes it. So, Mr. Tony, what I'm trying to tell you is that when you keep saying it is unlawful, it is illegal, we're not saying that
lawful.
Based on what is constituted on the president.
Can I tell you? I said before Mr. President will do that. There are criteria before you can do that.
Can you listen to me? The president can do it. With whatever criteria they assented to it. It is that kind of power of
that is the major
issue.
Problem.
So please, Mr. Tony,
have you seen the constitution?
Hold on.
Have you seen
let's
the act?
Try, Mr. Tony. Let's try. Yes, there's a police act, which is what Omoyele Sowore is talking about, and he's not wrong. But the president has the right to extend the tenure. That is his power. Nobody is disputing that. Nobody is saying that it is morally right. No. So please be careful when you make statements towards me by saying I am supported. We're here to analyze issues from a prism of objectivity based on the factuality or the constitutional approval to it. So when you want to analyze issues, back it up with facts. Even if we are all emotional, sentimental towards issues, it's very, very important. Please, I know why I'm begging you about that. So in as much as we say institutions are not working, I was expecting you to refer to very, very current cases which betrays, the Police Service Act of the police under the jurisdiction of the IGP. 1, 2, to also talk about a recent case that actually places INEC in a false light. That is how you refer to issues that are poignant, and when you say they are not working on this national platform. Yes,
we talk about security. You see,
thank you very much. God bless you.
You say this thing because when you have the Ministry of Defense, and then everybody is afraid, then you ask, what are you doing that we are supposed to feel secured now? So you now say it's not working. Or we have Ministry of Police Affairs, and then you ask, please, what have you achieved since you became minister in this ministry? Have you achieved? Have you made any significant difference before this ministry was created? And then the person will come and begin to chew his tongue before you now say, bros, this ministry is not working. But if you come in and say, so I've been able to achieve like stage 10, and you say, okay, we see what you are, it's not enough. Then let's do more.
Mr. Kunda and Esther.
Wait, excuse me. Like which ministry is this tax? I've forgotten which this ministry.
Federal Inland Revenue.
Thank you. See, that one is working. You see the way they quickly do that, the tax, next year we are paying tax. That ministry is actually working.
You say it's working?
No, it's getting something from us a lot.
Did you hear the recent allegation by a senator from Sokoto?
That's the recent tax.
You say it's working?
No.
Are you referring to how they update release statistics? Is that what you're referring to?
What I'm trying to say is that when something is 1 and then you move it to 5, you say it's working. So our tax has been increased. So that means the ministry is working. By next year, Nigerians will grow. The government will smile to the bank. So you can see that what they want them to do, they are doing it. So them it's working.
When I was saying what I'm saying, I know what I'm saying. The Police Act have their own right before the president can, approve or extend the tenure of. But when Mr. President did it, was it in consonant with the Police Act? Nobody can answer that question, and he himself knows that he didn't. And also, before the president can extend the tenure of, because of maybe are we in a war, he must give the reason why these persons, both custom or police or whatever, why I'm extending this, or we don't have a capable hand. You can't say the president have the power. One day the president will have the power to say Imo State or Abia State or Sokoto, destroy it, and it will happen. So what we're saying is that because the institutions are not working, people that mind those institutions don't really know the power they have. Because the judiciary themselves are not working. When they defend it, go to the court. The court will dance to the tune of president.
Mr. Tony Bata, I don't want us to dwell on this back and forth because I asked you about certain critical institutions and to give me live instances. We're not saying that what you're saying is whatever, but for the sake of objectivity in the conversations that we have, we'll make references to issues that we have all witnessed, that we all know. That is what I'm talking about when it comes to analyzing issues. A federal high court in Abuja has affirmed the power of the president to extend the tenure of a retired inspector general of police pending when the process of appointing a successor is completed. Now, it also happened during the tenure of late Muhammadu Buhari when he extended the tenure of Mohammed Adamu as Inspector General of Police by 3 months after he clocked the mandatory 35 years in service on February 1. What I am trying to tell you, Mr. Tony Bata, is that the president has the right, but then there needs to be an explanation as to why are you doing that. That is what you should question, but not to say that the president does not have that right.
No, this is I said what the criteria he did not.
That is what you said. No, Mr. Tony, that is what you said, and I'm trying to tell you that he has the constitutional right. We're not talking about the moral whatever angle to it. Does the president have a right to extend the tenure of the IGP? Yes, he does, because you were talking about the fact that the IGP there, according to what you just said, he's illegally there. And for you believe that because he's illegally there, that is why some protocols or hierarchies there are not operating properly as it ought to be. And I'm trying to tell you that he did not extend his tenure by himself.
Yes,
the president did so.
Listen to what I'm saying.
So it's not left for him to say, Mr. President, I don't want you to extend my tenure.
Listen to what I'm saying. Wait, listen to what I'm saying. Even though the president have the constitutional right, but there are some hinges, some aspect of the constitution you must fulfilled before you can do that. It's not that he has absolute power to stand up and say your tenure extended. No, there are criteria you will meet before you will do that.
Mr.
He didn't do that.
The president has the constitutional rights. Whether there is one ladder to climb or not, he has the right. The question we're supposed to analyze and look at is what kind of executive powers does a president has that somehow he's almost the most powerful president. Yes, that is what you should question, Mr. Tony. That's what I'm telling you.
You know the Constitution.
The kind of power the Constitution beholds on the president. That is what you should question. In other words, the Constitution should be reframed, reviewed. Certain things should be looked into. Please,
the Constitution given to us by the military, there was not a time, Nigerians know, there was not a time that we sat to discuss the Constitution of Nigeria. It was given to us by military. And you can't say that the power, and even in that Constitution, the president have the constitutional power to do things, but there are criteria.
Nobody's arguing that. Nobody's arguing that. It's because you said he's illegally there.
No.
The prism of the president, he's not, because it was the president that did that. Although his service here is done with. I don't know if you get my drift.
I am getting what you're saying. If you don't meet the constitutional requirement of doing things, how can it be?
Then you don't blame him. It's the president you would blame.
Yes, I'm blaming him at National Assembly.
Do you know the major?
Because they're not doing their job.
Do you know
when somebody did not follow the constitutional requirement?
Do you know the major problem here? The major problem is actually the other arms of government.
Thank you.
That is the headache.
That is what I wanted.
That's why you have the
check and balances.
The rest, I want to look at it and say, no, if this one did this like this, no, it didn't bring progress to us, we will change that law. Or we amend it in such a way that we can fine-tune it in such a way that there will be no issue next time. But they don't do that. They just left everything like that. If it happened in the time of Muhammadu Buhari, we will have reviewed it and said, did it benefit Nigerians or not? Now, the same thing is happening now. Look at that case of Rivers State and Fubara. Well, when they went to court, there was a lot of people begin to interpret this differently. But that thing is, we don't know, that thing is going to generate problem in the future in this country.
So
there's going to be a serious problem on that.
What we're supposed to look at is how the National Assembly, the House of Reps, did not question that. Because that is their job, that's their role. And also the role of the courts to say, no, Mr. President, you cannot do this, because this is what, do you understand? This is what applies. So we're talking, that is basically the lack of checks and balances we're talking about. But to say that the IGP is there illegally, or it's the president.
Is there a limit?
That's the thing.
When you can extend
there is an amendment on the Police Service Act 2020-2024. They created a statutory 4-year term leading to legal debate over whether this overrides the constitutional retirement age, that is 60 years/35 years of service, or allows for extensions within the fixed term, with the executive generally arguing the amended act, which provides a clear path for extended service, as seen with IGP Egbetokun.
See, that's why you see how this country is like it's like dictatorial government that we are running. You know why? Because the way they interpret it, because you'll be looking at even the judicial, even up to the Supreme Court, people begin to argue. What type of interpretation do you give? That is not clear. You see lawyers debating this. You are supposed to make everything clear to everybody. You are the head. You are everything ends at the Supreme Court. But that's why at the same judgment of the Supreme Court, you see lawyers interpreting different legal, giving different interpretations.
Too much ambiguity in the law.
Because the Supreme Court now try to stay in the middle, not here, not there. It will not be totally clear, and people will now begin to argue different. I don't understand. So these are the problems that we are facing. That is even making this country this country where it is now. This is what put it. Because one thing is this: even at home, the constitution is not written; it's unwritten. But when you get to the point in which there is an argument between two children, you see the daddy will come in and say he will not try to settle it. Everything will be clear to everybody.
Based on the constitutional power, the president appoints the IGP in consultation
debate following reports and counter-reports surrounding investigations by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the EFCC, including claims involving former Attorney General of the Federation, Mr. Abubakar Malami, and references to other former public officials. While the EFCC maintains that its actions are guided strictly by evidence and the law, critics and supporters of the previous administration are arguing that the timing, the optics, public handling of these investigations raise concerns about selective justice and political targeting. Let me get to my guest to get into discussing this and dissecting it for us. I have a lawyer, political analyst, Mr. Liberus Oshiomhole, who is live for us on the program. Thanks so much indeed for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Shirley.
Is the EFCC biased from your point of view? Are the people under Buhari government the only corrupt people in Nigeria today? That's the question that
let me answer that question with the Buhari government's answer.
Yeah.
Remember, Buhari's government came, you know, when during the campaign they painted Jonathan's government as very corrupt. Yeah, there were allegations of corruption, and so the fight was, once we kill corruption, Nigeria will stand. So we need to bring a man who will fight corruption to a standstill. And so when Buhari government came on board, that was when Senator Shehu Sani made that statement that people in the government, he was a member of the party, people in the party are deodorized, and those in opposition they use insecticides on them. And if you criticize the fight then, Abubakar Malami was the Attorney General then, and if you criticize their style, they tell you, oh, it is corruption that is fighting back. And one thing some of us observers learned at that time, our takeaway, was that, let me use local parlance, anytime you enter Native Doctor House, you must see white chalk. So anytime you beam a searchlight on all these government officials, definitely there must be some skeleton. And that's why the current emir of Kano, Sanusi Lamido Kano, Sanusi said, remove the current set of senators. Remove all of them. Just pick random Nigerians and put there, replace them. And that they will still behave the same, because you have a lot of educated Nigerians who are behaving like illiterate. And so that's my answer to you, that in this case here, the question is, and our Chief Ganifa Emi will always ask, are you corrupt? Are there allegations? These allegations against you.
So this is what Malami, for example, is saying. And this is from our attorney, immediate past Attorney General, is claiming and alleging bias and persecution. These are his words. He said this is a personal vendetta and a politically motivated witch hunt.
Yeah, it's not, like I say, he's not the first person to use these words. Even while he was Attorney General, some of the people he prosecuted also said it was witch hunting. So these are words that have found their way consistently to our political and legal lexicon. Anytime somebody out of government is investigated, they say it's witch hunt.
There is a prayer by Malami. Malami says, Mr. Ola Olukoyede, the EFCC chairman, should recuse himself.
That's
because he thinks that the man is biased, the man is clearly playing a political game. That is what Malami believes.
There is no word or practice like that in as far as investigation is concerned. Check the entire legal jurisprudence of the entire world. You cannot tell an investigative agency, because the investigative agency's responsibility is to investigate. It is the duty of the court that will, that's why we say auditory pattern. It is the duty of the court to look at the cases brought before them and also call you to respond. It is only a judge that you can say, with your attitude, behavior, and utterances, there is every element that you will be biased or that you are biased. Not somebody who is investigating you. For me, telling an investigator to recuse himself because of likelihood of bias will amount to what you would call taking undue advantage of a position. And here we say we want to create strong institutions and not strong human being. But the fact that you are a senior advocate or an attorney general does not mean that you cannot be investigated. And then also, legally speaking, does the fact that somebody was indicted, if at all, by a panel, and that person is now investigating you, does it vitiate the powers to investigate you? The answer is no, because the investigator is not a court. And then, one good thing about this is that during investigation, you also have the power, you also have the right to present your own defense. And the investigator's responsibility is not to condemn you. It is to investigate and place material evidence before the court. So this at this stage, if you are saying, no, EFCC cannot investigate me, instead take the matter to his bar. So if Liberal Oshiomhole commits an offense tomorrow, an alleged offense, and then Liberal Oshiomhole can also say there is a precedent that Malemi once asked the EFCC chairman to recuse himself. And so if that happens, then IGP, recuse yourself. Let's
but the question is the Tinubu government fighting corruption or just chasing after political opponents?
The question
is interesting. Malami went to the ADC. They went after him.
For me,
Ngige,
in Nigeria,
under Buhari administration, in the custody.
Ngige is a member of the APC.
Yeah, but I mean, those who think that the Tinubu government is just after the
Nigeria,
the former president's
governments after previous government officials. Even Buhari's administration, where Malami started. If you look at this book, Shehu, you just discussed this book, page 222 to 223, 224. He talked about Alison Madwike Desiani, talked about Sambo Dasuki, talked about Olisa Metu, all the prosecution and all of that. So, was it that when they told us then that, no, this is not witch hunting, the question remained then was that, are your hands clean? Like they say, he who comes to equity must come with clean.
Give me a moment, Mr. Oshiomhole, because there are also a few fundamental questions for us to close on. But we'll be right back after this break, everyone.
The only reason why I want to talk about these two people on my screen, Farouk Ahmed and Dangote, and this whole petroleum saga, is because I have seen that a lot of Nigerians are beginning to hail Dangote. Oh, Dangote has exposed the man. The man carried Nigerians' money, $5.something million, used it to pay school fees for his children. Thank you, Dangote, for exposing him. Is the man corrupt? Yes. Just like every other person that Dangote have supported to join politics in Nigeria. Now, you see, Dangote as a person is worse than that man that he exposed. For me, Dangote is 10 times worse than the man that Farouk Ahmed that he has exposed. How? Look at the politics in Nigeria, right? You can't talk to you. Everybody, most of the northern politicians that you see in power today, almost all of them, Dangote supports them to come into power. This APC, PDP's money is everywhere. Everywhere. If two people won't contest for something now, let's say two people are contesting for governorship, APC and PDP, Dangote will put money on their head. It's a game of control. Does Dangote want the progress of Nigeria? Of course, it wants the progress of Nigeria, but on his own term. The only reason why Dangote pulled that stunt is because of this.
Rather. So we cannot rely heavily on one refinery to feed the nation, because the Dangote is requesting that we should suspend or stop all importation of petroleum products, especially AGO and jet kero, and direct all marketers to the refinery. That is not good for the nation in terms of energy security, and that is not good for markets because of monopoly. So, in terms of...
He clearly wanted the guy to work on that. He wanted to monopolize the whole thing. The guy no agree. Next thing, blackmail. The only mistake the guy made was to have cockroach under your cupboard, and then you go to fight somebody like Dangote. Are you mad? Are you mad? You are fighting Dangote. Are you mad? Are you mad? You are corrupt. You go to fight Dangote. You don't look well. To fight Dangote, your hands need to be really clean. But guess what? Your hands cannot be clean and you'll be in that type of position of power. You must have soiled your hand. Your hand needs to be dirty. Don't play. You see that Dangote squad? Don't follow them play. Dangote or that squad. You don't get to this position by being a normal person guy. There's one person with integrity, and just the way I tell they brag with integrity. There was a man called Farouk Lawan. Why does he always have to do with Farouk? This one Farouk Ahmed, the one where Dangote friend mess up, Farouk Lawan, who will tell the lab mess up. Even if you get integrity, if you want to stand for this man way, they go put hole for that your integrity. You have to be really strong for you to follow these people play. I said Farouk Lawan, they brag. Farouk Lawan, they show himself. If they talk, Farouk Lawan goes, come on for there. Then the issue of a mad bill came. That has to do with Femi Otedola. And guess what? The integrity went down. Baba go prison. I say I'm for Kuje prison. If they go mocks every day, they go to pray when they lock me up there. What am I trying to say in a nutshell? Dangote is a monopolist guy. And nobody can do him anything. Because these so-called politicians in Nigeria, they rely on him for a lot of things. He knows their secrets. So there's nothing, you can't fight Dangote in this country and win. Are you mad? Farouk Ahmed had an opportunity, he had a chance. But the chance he had, if to say no, they a little bit corrupt. If to say no, they corrupt. Because how on earth are you taking $5 million out of the country to go and put your children in school? Our school is not good enough for you. Our school is not good enough for you. But again, is Dangote better than him? No. Most of these people in power today where don't finish this country, Dangote support all of them. APC, PDP, you won't be governor, no problem. You take 500, you take 500. It's a way. He wants Nigeria to be good, though. Dangote, but on his own terms and on his own conditions. When the first time they talk about this whole refinery thing, blah, 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 he first one stunts that time. He started to want to expose the whole industry. As they give him the license finish, he keep quiet. As they give him license finish, he keep quiet. Now, if I say this Farouk Ahmed on the GK for back, then make you do this thing. Did you know that he was corrupt all this while? Did you not know that he was carrying $5 million? Why you not talk since? Is he only that is corrupt? I am pretty certain that the next person that they will put in that office will be 10 times more corrupt than he is. So don't come and tell me that Dangote is fighting corruption. Which corruption is he fighting? It's simple. Just like the man said it. Na monopoly Dangote define. Control everything. It's just like, what's the name of this film? Rango. There's one scene for the cartoon Rango. When he talks, he say, control the water, you control everything. When he tells Sheriff Rango, he say, control the water, you control everything. If you control what people rely on, you have literally controlled everything. And this Farouk guy saw it. He said the market needs to be open so that there will be competition in the market. If there's competition in the market, then we'll be able to fight some certain things. But of course, Gaiman and Aliko Dangote, of course. Anyways, he didn't get to the position where he is today by being a normal person. You know, he didn't get to that position by being a normal person. And Mr. Farouk Ahmed, may God punish you for stealing our money, 5 million, to go pay your children's school fees. But nobody in this country should come and tell me that Dangote is a good man to expose Farouk. It's 10 times worse than the Farouk. Because he enables, he sponsors, he supports these so-called evil politicians that have ruined this country. They want to go for campaign, they go to him. Heck, this one, okay, take. Equal amount. In some cases, he give this one more, give this one less. Rumors actually have it, that he gave Atiku more money. Rumors have it. It was alleged, stories going around, that he gave Atiku more money than he gave Tinubu. That was why the first time when Tinubu entered, him and Tinubu, they don't get along well. But of course, Tinubu cannot really fight Dangote. Can Tinubu fight Dangote? He can't. Even as the president, he can't. There's a limit to what he can do. There's a limit to what he can do. He can't. At the end of the day, oh boy, nice to win. So don't come and tell me Dangote is a good man. Yeah, it's just Farouk Ahmed. Dangote, no. Come on, get out. He's worse than them. He's 10 times worse than them. Anyways, peace and love. Don't play. This is the same man. When we say everywhere where he gets the industry, in cement factories, their road no dey good, the community no dey benefit anything from am. Do you understand? There's no welfare for the staffs. I beg you. Go take one help. What happened to Ibeto Cement? Now only God help Bua. For Bua to still stand like this. Oh, but you don't say Bua, eh? No be Kano they come from. Okay. You see, I don't want stereotype. Now Kano Bua come from Wabi. What happened to Ibeto Cement? Come outside, let Ibeto try am. Just the word, very soon, Dangote will not say he won't get his own port. Because Ibeto now don't go get import for Port Harcourt. Dangote will soon say he won't get his own port. Control the water, control everything. Peace and love, don't play.
Great, particularly, madam, because there is no question, sir, that this issue about women empowerment and equality is an issue in Nigeria. So I commend the president for finding you worthy of being appointed. And Mohammed, looking at your CV, you are all qualified. The issue for me is not qualification. It's your policy choices. And that is where I would like to learn from you. Everywhere in the world, the nation state make deliberate effort to protect local industries, not because we like the owners of those industries, but because we want to create jobs for Nigerian people. Those jobs will not be achieved by weeping for the jobless. It is by supporting businesses, particularly manufacturers that are labor intensive, like refineries. Over the years, NMDPRA, which you were a part of, invited and issued refinery licenses to so many. Fortunately, we have had one big one, and others not so big, and some modular refineries. Unfortunately, access to crude by these small modular refineries has been an issue. And your predecessor that was removed, and I celebrated it last night, he needed to be hanged. In my previous statement, I said, if we don't hang him, he will hang Nigeria. Because anyone who is opposed to jobs being created in Nigeria, who prefer importation, importing poverty here and exporting our prosperity abroad, do not deserve to live. I want to see how his case will be pursued to conclusion. With you, sir, having been in the industry, and I imagine in your heart, you lament that refineries that worked before. I was in Kaduna. Many of my relations were getting jobs and contracts, LPO, to the Kaduna refinery. They are all dead. Now that you are here, and in view of the very shameful performance and policy choices of your predecessor, will you be informed by the spirit of patriotism and the details of jobs for Nigeria, not the details of the owners of refineries, the people who work there, who are our brothers and sisters, our children, who read chemical engineering, mechanical engineering, etc. What step will you take to balance national interests with this idea of run down the country so that you can import, and people who are adding no value make money without effort? But I want to congratulate you, and more importantly, salute our president for acting properly without allowing for a vacuum. And I'm still going to drink tonight because of the removal of Farouk.
Already baked the cake, let me put the icing. Straight to the point. Engineer Aliusa, what will you do different? Your predecessor did not do well. It's on record. What will you do different? Number one. Two, Mr. Chairman, we are in Dangote refinery early this month. We have seen a lot of things, we hear a lot of things. And I can assure you, Nigerians like me, I'm close to the ground, I'm already on the ground. And he that is on the ground, fear no fall. I want you to tell us here, what are you going to tell Nigerians, what are you going to do different with what the SAC predecessor did to correct that impression, because there are negative impression about that. Number two, ma. Number three, over to you, ma. You are an experienced person, according to my distinguished colleague, Ekpayo. Your predecessor to 0/0. When you go in there, we want to see difference and be friend to the stakeholders, especially the committee. Your predecessor, let me call it a common lafe, has no any relationship. Is above everybody. And I will join you, sir, this evening to drink on his removal. It's not sack. This one is just, no, it's not, they are sacked, not resigned. Sack. That is it. Thank you.
Fellow Nigeria. God. In fact, what I've seen today in the morning on Sahara Report and also in television, that one person, a MD on main discipline, that is DPR, Farouk Ahmed, paying school fees of $5 million US. You know what is $5 million? If you pay that $5 million US, you change it to Naira, it's 7.5 billion. 5 billion, 7.5 billion. $5 million US is equivalent to 7.5 billion Naira. One person pays school fees. And he's heading an office. This the same person now tomorrow will say will be a governor of Sokoto State. And we say we are arresting Yahoo boys who are collecting 1 billion in collecting 500, 600, and they will parade them. EFCC, do you want to do your job or you don't want to do your job? You arrest Malami, you arrest Ingige for 2 billion. You arrest Hadi Sirika. You arrest you always summon TV Silva. What of this person? You have to do your job. What? Who was his father before in Sokoto? And what office does he hold before Tunde bring him? Because Tunde bring Farouk Usungul-Handele. We know the time he comes during Tunde, during Bahari. So there's no way this person will carry 500 million to pay school fees. That is equivalent to 7.5 billion Naira. The way to eat is a problem for us in Nigeria. Then you say this government is the best government. It is the worst corrupt government that we ever jam. That is one. The second one is that, Mr. President, you are President of the Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Sir, if there's a problem you want to cause for military, how can somebody 52 regular will be promoted to Brigadier General? 50, they are there. They don't hang their rank. 50, they don't hang their rank. It is only 49. 49 regular, they are the one who are Brigadier General. Not even how. 49, they are the one who have Brigadier General. 50, they don't have Brigadier General. 51, they don't have Brigadier General. And it's 52 regular. And he did not go even the war college. How did we promote him to a Brigadier General? Last year, from Colonel, he did not even go to Army War College. You promote him to Colonel, from Colonel to Brigadier General. Maybe by next year again, he will be a Major General and you give it to of Army staff. Mr. President, if you have this thing in the military, it will have there's nothing like special promotion in the military. No, that is, we don't do that. You have finished our ethnic. I'm a professional. That is why I retired. But it's a disgrace. You don't expect 51 now will salute 51 regular will salute him. They can never salute him. Inside I die, I can never salute my genius. Even if they promote him by president, to hell with him, I can never salute him. It's wrong and it's against of ethnic. Is a very wrong sign signal to military, and that is they don't apply it. But EFCC should focus to go and arrest Farouk for $5 million US, equivalent to 7.5 billion Naira. One we cannot even eat 1 square meal. One person is paying school fees for this money. Then you expect how much he has before you pay that school fees. Hey, Chine Keme Baba. All
right, guys. It's good to be back here again, people. How are day today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you right there. I guess you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, please acknowledge my voice. It's very, very important so that I'm sure that you can hear me. Thank you very much, my wonderful people right there. Thank you, my lovely brother, Mr. Alabo. I'm very happy that you're here with me because I'm on the road. I'm actually driving, you know. I'm actually driving, and I'm happy that Mr. Alabo came in on time. If not, I would have just presented this and end the show. But nevertheless, let me quickly acknowledge the people right there with us. I think maybe one or two persons might join Mr. Alabo. Then before then, I will be home. For those of you that want to join us, click on the link and come in on time. If not, if my gadget weak and Mr. Alabo they talk and you're on the backstage, nobody will bring you in. Have that in mind. So Mr. Alabo might just talk and end and leave the show on his own. So, but if you come in on time, because I only have 35% on my gadget right now for the presentation. That was what I actually proposed anyway. So let me acknowledge some of you right there. Start with my mom, mother for Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy. Thanks for all that you do. Thanks for being there for us. And happy weekend, special happy weekend to my mother. Thank you very much, my lovely brother Abu Azi. I appreciate you. Thanks for all that you do. God bless you. Thanks for always being there. Thank you very much, Madam Eugenia. Thanks for the super chat already. I'm very, very grateful. May God bless you. May your pocket never ever run dry. I want to thank Madam Peggy Modi. Thank you very much, ma'am, for the super chat. I'm very, very grateful. May your pocket never ever run dry. Thank you so much, every one of you right there. I just want to say I appreciate you all right there. But meanwhile, I would like to quickly say this before we move on. You can see this Farouk Ahmed of a thing. You can see say it's gradually dying down already, in case you're not aware, because every story that comes into Nigeria dies so quick and we move on. You know, this Farouk of a thing who spent $5 million to train a Peking for school in Switzerland. I made a video today concerning this particular thing. $5 million is a lot of money. In case you're not aware, what I was trying to talk about this afternoon is that $5 million for just stolen by one person. Do you know how many of these people that have ruled in the past and that is still ruling Nigeria till tomorrow? You know, it's crazy how much these guys are stealing and stealing and stealing from us all the time. $5 million, one person. And as we are speaking, they still never arrest this man because some of them are bigger than the law. In fact, some of them are bigger than the president. Now, you're very dark man talk just now say Tinubu cannot dare question people like Dangote for any wrongdoings. You know, it's very unfortunate. In a working system, Farouk supposed to be in jail by now while investigation will be going on. But unfortunately, no. Now as we see him, now it be this $5 million. We just continue to do our part, you know, continue to do our part, but I'm not sure Nigeria will change anytime soon. Unfortunately, for those of you that think that we speak negatively, yeah, it doesn't look like. Because, for example, now, when I see video where someone who stole a bottle of water or a pot of soup, you know, within 24 hours, Judge does sentence him to prison, right? Within 24 hours. But this is a lot of money, about 7 billion naira, stole by one particular person named Farouk Ahmed, senator. And till now, he only just resigned. Maybe they told him that, oh, this money where you thief, so why you go make camp? You know, you don't use your sense. The quarrel where they quarrel with Dangote, so now if you use your sense, you know, let me can expose you now. And at the end of the day, you know, see where you find yourself. At the end of the day, my people, let's just continue to do what we can do. Speak to voice, like I've said so many times. We come on air which is not in most cases to keep the consistency. You know, sometimes I have intention just to come on air and present and run away. You know, but when it's also a joy for me. You know, fortunately, I'm not going to take calls today. I know some of you might be calling in because I'm driving. As I'm talking to you, I'm driving and I'm doing this broadcast. You know, but still, I'm going to leave the platform for my brother, Mr. Alabo. It's good to have you on the show. Thanks for coming in very, very early. I really do appreciate this. I'd like you to talk to us. What's your take, especially on this man, Farouk, not reacting to it at all. They are not saying anything about it because, after all, we get somebody that stole over 200 billion allegedly. You know, Yaya Bello. Nothing happened. Yaya Bello is still working freely today. I'm even hearing now that he's going to contest for something, maybe Senate or something allegedly soon. You see, we have ex-convicts ruling us. We have criminals or Jibole ruling us in our country. You know, the same country, some Nigerians who come on air to tackle us, to insult us, to distract us. They don't talk about these people. Just maybe probably one of them are your principal. Because your principal is doing the wrong thing, you don't want to say anything. It's baffling. Mr. Labo, talk to me, sir. Talk to us. Good evening to you.
Thank you, my brother, for your sacrifice. Thank you for what you do. God bless you. You will not regret it. The hope is too strong, and we are holding up to that. I will never give up in this pursuit for what? For a better Nigeria. We will get it. We just have to put our minds together and come together. Good evening to everyone. Our mommy diaspora on the comment section and everyone. Mr. Elvis, for you to understand how Nigeria's system run, that man, they might discover more than that in his account. People do not understand how much see, the backbone and the foundation of Nigeria is oil, which is stolen. I will always give reference to it. If you go to my village, we are the second, my local government, highest producing. And we have what is called the best crude oil, which is called Bonny Light. But if you go to my place, there is nothing to show as if it's oil producing place. And you see this stupid and useless set of people, sorry for using this language. If there is anyone we can use that can qualify or any kind of adjective to qualify this kind of people, man, I think I will look for it to use, because these people are disgraced set of people, criminal-minded, corrupt people. And that is why we are bleeding in our country. Go to where they are taking these resources. We don't have water to drink, not road, no education, no school, no hospital. And one individual is stealing this money from these same our resources to pay children's school fees for 6 years. They pay it in advance. It's a free money now, national cake. That is what, they don't have conscience, they don't feel. When I tell you guys that the way these people in office feel, they feel this money belongs to them, that is their turn, is their time. So they don't think about how this thing I am doing is affecting other people. They don't think like that. Politicians don't think like that. They just feel I have to enrich myself to be more powerful ahead of time. I want to be this next time, so time. They plan their next step, what they want to be. I want to be a senator, I want to be governor, I want to be this, so time. So they are stealing and storing those money, planning for those things. If he's working in a private sector, a man who is struggling, working hard and saving money, sweating like most of us are doing today, who will go and pay that kind of advance, take that kind of money to go and pay? Where will he get that money? Because he's in public office. And these are people, taxpayers' money and the money from the crude oil. They just stay there and they are stealing it. Now, how does Nigeria's system work? One thing you see is that if you like, you get anything. That is why judiciary is part of our problem. Investigate all the judges. There is no different from this Farouk and the Nigeria judges. Investigate the Nigeria judges in judiciary who share part of this money with them, and some of the SAN. You hear SAN this. You ask yourself, which business do those SAN have? This is how they make the money. I am telling you now, you will see his lawyers, SAN will queue up to defend him. Why would they queue up to defend him? Because now, any money they saw with him, if he has over 3 trillion now in his account, they will divide it into 3 parts. One for the judge, one for him, then one for the SAN. Simple, that is all. And this case is closed. They will go there because the judge, they have taken their own. They have taken their own. The SAN, they have taken their own. Judge will just dismiss it. The EFCC, you do not have any evidence. And they will walk freely. So these are things that is happening. And this thing happen every time, every moment when you see any corrupt politicians in Nigeria. And it's a major problem for us. They will take this money. I'm telling you, Farouk will not be in prison. He will not be in jail. SAN will come out to defend him. He will go to court. They will delay the case. It can take 5 years, even after Tinubu. He will be coming to court, and one day you will wake up and say they have discharged him. Discharged and acquitted, that there is no any evidence. CFCC do not have any case. It does not have anything to answer.
Is that not the same thing that happened with Yaya Bello? He went
That
to
is
court.
the system.
And
Naija Watch. I am telling you,
to
mark what I'm saying. It's the same thing I told you when you see me arguing with you and Black Panther. That Malami will go out one day. They just need the settlement, that's all. What other thing you are hearing? We are in big trouble. That is how the system works. I am telling you, just wake up that they say, okay, they want to put this person in court today. You will see how many SAN that will queue. They are not queuing because they don't know he's a criminal. They want to make money from there. They know he's a criminal. The best thing is that I know a judge, out of the 7 judges that will sit on this case, okay, this is what we'll give to them. And the criminals, politicians, they know this thing. They are open to their lawyers. They will say, okay, bring the money. You divide it. This one is going to the judge. This one is going to the SAN. Or for us, you take this part. Then EFCC is left with empty thing. Maybe EFCC can try and recover some houses and this thing. And if the judge, they want to weaken or they don't want them to disgrace or EFCC to come after them, they will leave those houses for the EFCC. Some judges will even tell you, return everything. Do you know the power of money? If this guy should drop like Can you hear me? I think I've been knocked out, the network.
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, my brother. So what I'm saying is that if this man carry 1 trillion, give to each of the judges with how much he has stolen, that is how you see. I'm telling you, Nigeria will do any investigating journalism to check the Nigeria judges in Supreme Court. Their salary is not up to 700,000 in a month, but check their wealth. Check how much they have. Check the value of these people and the kind of houses they have. And you ask yourself, what business are they doing? This is how they make their money. That is why I'm telling you, governors, president do not care to increase their money.
Not just the judges, so
It is not just them. All of them. That is how the system works. The money circulates. That is why Tinubu will not care. They don't care for you to increase their salary. They know that they are rich. The system is designed in this manner. It's designed in this manner from this step, whether during election, that is why they must leave those loopholes. INEC will take their own. It's a step by step. From INEC, put in everything, let everything go back to court. You must increase or keep that loopholes that will go to the judiciary. So they make their own. For the during election, police, army will collect their money during the election. Then after the election, it's the judiciary that have that section. collect everything you want to collect. So governors will go to them, say to them, through this son, these lawyers you are hearing, they will run around. That is why you see most of those sons, they are stinkly rich with no business source. But with this system, Nigeria is a fair system. Nigeria, we are in a big mess. We do not understand. Tinubu came with a strategy and is winning. What is the strategy? I will recommend this book for us. I'm not making advert. I think we did by Robert Grain. This a US man. I think this book is written in 1998, but within 1990 something. It's called The 48 Laws of Power. Go and read that book. That is the book Tinubu is using to rule Nigeria. If you have your time, take a step and go through that book. That is what Tinubu is using to rule Nigeria. He's doing that thing. All the governors who are moving today is what Tinubu is using that playbook to do it, everything. Come back and tell me after you finish.
Because everything is written in that book. You are right.
I'm telling you. Take time, read that book. I want Nigerians to read. You will see if there is anything from that place Tinubu have not applied. It's what Tinubu is using to manipulate Nigeria. And he's taking it. He's doing everything step by step. The political party, whatever thing is happening in the political party, is the same thing he's using. Whatever thing that is happening today. So whatever thing that is happening today is what he's using. The political party, the frustration they are going through is in that same playbook. The governors defecting today is in that same playbook. So every strategy Tinubu is using is what? And if Nigeria should understand this is what he's using, we, the good people of Nigeria who have good intention, we can stop him. This is people who advise him. This is the playbook what Tinubu is using. And he has finished our country. And when he finished, he's building an empire. This empire is building. It will take Nigeria years to destroy it. But we can stop it now. We can stop it now. Every single politician in office today, their hands are soiled. All of them, no one is exempted. In one way or the other. Because they don't have any plan for the people. They don't have any good intention. Every politician today in Nigeria is worshiping Tinubu, is not pledging loyalty to the people. The people today do not matter in Nigeria. Nigerians, I want you people to wake up. You think you are very important. You do not matter. Is it on the tax law? You went and copy and paste the social benefits that people are enjoying in UK. Are you going to apply it in Nigeria? You copy and paste a tax system in the euro. But you do not remember to copy the benefit that citizens get from that tax. But you are imposing. If you have been giving citizens those benefits, now you are putting tax, citizens will say, okay, we are having this. So when you bring the system, you just copy and paste the one that will benefit you. Now you will put in people. And you went ahead, you presented a fake one when you have your own intention. The first one you brought when the northern governors came against you. You removed those ones and brought a different one. All of them endorsed that one. You now went back after they have passed it. The lawmakers pass it. You went to bring your original one you want to do, and you brought it to Nigerians, and you passed that one to implement. Nigerians, you put your way to. It will take. It's not starting this. It may start January. You are not feeling it January, but at the end of the year, some of you will receive a letter. End of 2026, you will receive your letter, or your account will be frozen. A lot of things will happen. You cannot make any transaction. That is when you will know. They will tell you, come and report. You have a tax to pay. They will then deduct your money by force and give you any remaining one. And that might be the final money you want to use and eat, feed your children. They take it. You will be left alone. So get ready. 2026 December, will be a real dirty December for you. And all of you will cry out. You might just see, it's happening January. You are not going to feel anything because
my
it's
brother,
annual.
Alabo, now God will bless you. That one, now 2026 December will really be the proper
Yes,
date.
now it will be a dirty December because it's annual.
All of them
What
go
they said
hear
is
and
annual.
wutu. They go understand.
That is when Nigeria will understand what is happening. My concern, nobody is saying you shouldn't tax. The United Kingdom and other places, they depend on tax. But the citizens, they have a lot of benefits. Mr. Elvis, if I'm out of work today, I don't have work, you have the right to go to this thing and you'll be getting money. They will be monitoring you to follow your step to see, okay, how do you want to, are you making any effort to get money, to get job? Help you, recommend a lot of things. When you start working, you do. You want to go to school, you go. You go to school, go to university, no matter anything you want to do. So there are a lot of benefit. Your children, government are taking care of them. So in Nigeria, do we have the older people who are vulnerable? So no social amenities, no nothing. The basic amenities that people are entitled to, even water or electricity, and some of those things, hospital. People are not saying it. But you copy a tax from the euro and you brought it to impose on Nigeria without a return to the citizens. Then you are painting your mouth to say, not even ending there. You went and calling Nigerians. That's why when they say Wike and the rest of them will say Nigeria, we are gullible. We don't read, we don't look at those things. They are right. They don't see us finish. If not, imagine. You look us that the whole of chartered accountant in Nigeria, you cannot find the best brand to manage this tax. The same application they use in Lagos. Alpha, what till today, Nigeria do not know who own it. During the time we were crying for Donald Trump this thing, that was when Tinubu had this agreement with these people for this tax. Sign this contract and do all those dirty deeds. Nigeria do not know. Atiku raised concern, but nobody listened to him. Now that they have gone past that and signed everything in place is when Nigeria realized. They have already put in the pen and signed. And when they put in that pen, there are terms and conditions of termination. Which if they tell you the condition of termination, the same thing that they use in destroying our electricity with the German company, for you to cancel that contract with the German country regarding our electricity generation, is going to be in a big mess for Nigeria. Nigeria will pay to their throat. So they come with a lot of clause that is going to affect you. You don't know the clause they are putting in that signing they have done. So if you say you want to cancel it, before they even get there, is when we would have stood up and stopped them. Now you gave our data to them, and you are telling us you are seeking somebody. There is not anything that releasing data. How can Elvis? You have IT knowledge. A lot of us, we have IT background. How can I give you a technical support without your data? As a data analyst, how will you tell me you want to do this kind of thing? I'm giving you technical support without access to your data. That is impossible. So they just feel Nigerians are stupid people, are foolish, you not understand. You said these people are only offering us a technical support, but they don't have anything to do with the data. So there will be no data breach. How? So I want you Nigerians to think about this. What is technical support? Go and dissect. Go and think. We are in a big mess. Tinubu is using the playbook of the 48 laws of powers, and he's using it to rule Nigeria, and it's working for him. And he thinks he has captured Nigeria. He has caused people into poverty, make them more poorer. That is why he came in with that slogan, reduce the purchasing power of the people, which is the strategy. So you are weak. You can't do anything. You now depend solely on palliatives, on what the government solution they will bring for you. They make you useless. We must wake up and remove this pain from our eyes for us to take back our country. Our country is bleeding. We have the wrong people ruling us. We have the least among us ruling us. If office is open for you to employ people, will you employ this set of people in power to manage your office? It is impossible. I don't think any of you, Tinubu will bring his CV, and with you will not verify with the school and check his age and see every character with what is open in the social media, and you will still have your mind to employ such character to work for you. But in our political system, these are the people that are there taking over everything in our pace. Nigeria, we must wake up and stand up and begin to speak against these people. I want you people to open your eyes. Our country is going down. As it is now, we don't have any system. The only system that is functioning in our country is the corrupt system. It's the corrupt system. And they are making it, the way they are making it now, is making it normal as a way of life. You will not even, you that is there will not even feel it's a corruption anymore. You just see saying that our normal way now, what you go do. So this is a big problem. So the issue of Farouk and Dangote is fighting. He wants to control everything. That is the truth. So he doesn't want any opposition. He doesn't want anything that will stop him. That is his own target. He wants to capture Nigeria. So all of them is power they are struggling for. And you that want to fight Dangote, you have to fight him with a clean hand. That is it. Because this Dangote, you don't know how it's been planted. A lot of people, a lot of vibrant youth is paying them, they are on their payroll. People you don't know. Most of these politicians who are in that House of National Assembly, senators, they are puppet to him. So you see how they are saying they are happy. They are happy for what happened to him. Nobody is encouraging that people should be corrupt, or nobody is encouraging that whatever way this happen. But we cannot allow only Dangote to be the sole refinery in Nigeria. If anything should happen to Dangote refinery, how are we going to get petrol? So we shouldn't encourage that. So if there is any way we want to do that, we should have a regulatory body that can encourage people to build refinery. My River State will have so much money. My governor can build a refinery in River State. We can have our own
Can you
state
hear me?
refinery. Yes, I can hear you, sir. I can hear you now.
This is why Nigeria is not moving forward, because these people use nepotism to choose only one person to be a supplier of one particular goods.
It's going to
For
affect us,
example,
Nigeria Watch.
it,
My brother, it's going to affect
petrol,
us.
and all that. So it's crazy. That's why you see Nigeria is not moving forward. If there was competitive ground, you will not see what we are facing today.
Yes,
so obviously,
Nigeria Watch.
if Dango die tomorrow, people will use again. Abi, neither they talk, Abi.
So if anything should happen to that refinery, we they do a ton have been in the oil and gas industry. You understand what I'm saying? It's not every time something can happen that would emergency shutdown that can affect. It can take you for weeks for maintenance. It can take you for months for maintenance. Or even that thing, the equipment you are used to, supposed to replace that thing might not be available. You are sorting it from US or any other place. It can shut down. So if it happens, so Nigeria will wait until Dangote. Is it that time that we will now be looking for? Then the crisis will be there. The price will go up and people will begin to panic. So we should allow the market to be open. Did you allow? If people want to import, that is why you see him reducing the price. He wants to make those people that imported, their product to be useless. That is the same thing he did to Ibeto. Ibeto brought his cement. They make it useless. The cement stayed in the water and become a wasted product. That was how that man could not wake up. He could not wake up from that dream. So Dangote will continue to reduce price. He wants to frustrate people who want to import.
Let us also hear from Mr. Emeka, you know.
Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch. Mr. Emeka, let me leave the floor for you.
Okay. Good evening. Good afternoon, everyone. It's been a while.
Don't leave us for street now.
Work has been crazy. So I pop in sometimes, but I have to rush to join the meeting. So, and before I know it, you would have signed up for the end of the day. Anyway, I've been listening to some of the insights being discussed on the platform. All I would say is everyone should brace up for 2026. It's going to be a bumpy ride. If we are looking for shooting relief, I don't think we are going to find it. What's on the news, especially the business days and the nairametrics, I encourage everyone listening on the platform to go there and gain more insights and knowledge what's happening in the business sides of Nigeria. Currently now we are releasing I think we've released our budget. And the budget deficit has increased as usual. Now it's now over 4.28% of the GDP of our Nigeria economy. Things are just going to be rough. If you don't understand the metrics, just know that things will be bad. With the new tax reform coming in, looking at boosting revenue, we've not been able to control our costs in terms of spending. We spend anyhow. We pad the budget. There's no control mechanism for government expenditures. So government is just going to take money from us to enjoy and continue their lifestyle, which is going to be strange. Let's see how it works out, because now that it's going to impact a lot of Nigerians, maybe then we might not begin to shine our torchlight on government activities. We've spoken about the refineries. I'm happy Dangote built a refinery in the country, and I'm happy because he spent his own money. Not only spending his own money, he borrowed too. So ever since Dangote came up into the business space in Nigeria, he's been relatively quiet. The only time you hear him speak is when he's going for public events or he's been invited for some media press. He rarely speaks. But now you see him speak more because he's fighting the cabals that want to kill his business. And I'm happy with it, because we cannot continue to tolerate stagnation in the country. We need economic reforms. We need employment for people. We can't, because of your own self-interest, you want to kill business and you want to keep Nigeria in a comatose situation, which is terrible. So the sacking of that Farouk and his compatriots is a welcome development. Though in the Nigeria dailies, they say he resigned. No, he was sacked. He was replaced. He continues to show, and this is an indication that the president is not really aware of what is going on in specific areas of the country. Yeah, we saw during this new book launch for Buhari, where we heard Buhari's signature was being forged, where Buhari cannot even talk in Aso Rock. He has to do sign language. Buhari became deaf and dumb. Buhari was almost poisoned. You know, he could not trust his wife. He could not trust his children. If he wants to speak to them, he will write. Clearly, there is some form of supervisory control over whoever is president. It appears that it is just a celebratory title to be a president in Nigeria. So there's probably a committee that is watching over you and your activities, even though you tend to be one of the most powerful man in the country. Like I keep saying, I'm disappointed with Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I was thinking by now he would have gotten the economy kickstarting because of the promises he made during his campaign period about how to create a $1 trillion economy. We've not even laid, in short, he has not even molded the cement to lay the foundation. They've not even brought the cement in. Or those who are manufacturing the cement have not even started manufacturing the cement to start that $1 trillion economy. So it's going to be a mirage. It's going to be a dream. It's going to be something like a fantasy. So let's just put it on the back burner. It's not going to work. Election is
so I ain't take build a Lagos now, Mr. Mek. I ain't take build Lagos. I ain't build Lagos.
Election season is starting in 2026. We are going to see an increase in campaign season. Now, from I think last week, they informed us about the inflation rate, which has been brought down to 16% to 14%. But from next year to 2027, we are going to see an increase in demand for goods and services, and inflation is going to go up. So things are going to get worse. Even with dirty December now, where a lot of people are, with their greediness in Nigeria, have skyrocketed the prices of goods and services. That report will hit by March, when the Bureau of Statistics of Nigeria is going to produce the report. That's another area we need to talk about. That in Nigeria we have this mindset of dog eat dog. Everybody is increasing prices because they feel people from the diasporas are coming around to come and have a good time in Nigeria. They don't know that it has an inflationary pool that would impact every one of us in the future. And from there, we have election, more money supply will be in the country, chasing fewer goods, inflation will continue to go up, hardship will continue to increase. So let's just get ready for 2026. I don't think it's going to be good. The mindset of the average Nigerian is to see how to escape Nigeria to other countries. Now the United States is putting a restriction on temporary visas, and even if you even have family ties, they might be concerned. And the rumor is, regardless, even if you have a visa and you are coming in, it is now up to the Custom and Border Control to allow you to come in. It's not like it's not an automatic entry anymore. The UK too is also wrapping up on their immigration situation. Other countries are doing the same thing. So Nigerians who are trying to want to escape Nigeria is now looking like a tall dream now. So which means you have to stay back home and see how to fix the country. It's a sad reality for us in that country. We have intelligent people, but we have selfish and greedy individuals. Many of us are. When we go into power, we're only looking out for ourselves, how to enrich ourselves within the next 24 hours, how to sell, like look at Farouk, who is spending $5 million for secondary school education for children who cannot even talk properly. One just finished from Harvard. See how he's taking our oil resources, wealth from our oil resources, and using it for his own personal self. It's not like we don't have good schools in the country. It's not like we don't even have good schools in Africa. But he decided to take his children to Switzerland for secondary school education alone, spending $5 million. It's a sad reality. The sad reality we actually see. And sometimes I just listen to many of us speak. We come up with various keywords of criticism, but once we taste power, what are we going to do with it? That's the true test of someone's integrity. Once you test power and you have some money, you will now know whether you are truly a man of integrity or not. Many of us claim to be, but we can all say it, except you are there. If an average civil servant who is in NMPC can be spending $5 million for children in secondary school, it doesn't say well about ourselves. So my projection for Nigeria is economically things are not going to look good. Politically, the environment is going to be charged, and security-wise, I don't think is going to get any better. Yes, that reminds me about this case of Harrison, which we discussed. Was it 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago? I hear it's still with the police, and it's been part of the charges are conspiracy to kidnapping and also kidnapping activities. So I know Mr. Niger Watch expressed his displeasure about Harrison, even though many of us here were saying, oh, he's been doing well. Now, we need to be patient with information. That's another thing. Again, we always we hurry so much to express an opinion over information that we are not so clear about. So now we can see that this guy has been an accessory to kidnapping, and also ensuring that the insecurity situation in the country is bad. So, well, good luck to him. He created the situation, and he should stand trial for what he has done. So this is my 50 cents on this matter. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Emeka. Yeah, as for Harris, in a long story, man. Even with myself, I'm putting on a lot of information that I don't want to talk yet. There's some information that also came out just today. Today, I wanted to make a short video about it, but I'm still because someone already told me now that the police will be speaking out to Nigerians very soon concerning Harrison. So I want to lay back. It's very unfortunate with what you guys are going to be hearing. It's very, very unfortunate, but I'll leave it like that. I don't want to run under my shadow, but it's very, very unfortunate. Very, very, very unfortunate. I appreciate every one of you, my people. I'm still on the road. I'm driving. Some people might say, where they drive, they come from. We know they finish. Forget say Lagos, now land of traffic. And it's a
Don't be
Christmas
super
period as
highway
well.
you did.
You know, you want to make a review where I did for kidnappers. Anyway, thank you very much, my people. We are going to have our final submission now with my two lot here so that we can just round up. I want to appreciate every one of you that have shared, that have liked this broadcast. Thank God, bless you now. Thank you very much. Mr. Alabo, thank you very much. Please, just 1 minute final submission. Thank you, sir.
Okay, make us speak first. And they chop something for saying when I step out because of the music on the background. Mr. Mecca?
I just
Okay,
finished
Mr.
speaking.
Mecca, 1 minute, just 1 minute. Let me.
I've just, well, there's really not much to say rather than, okay, I was also hoping to read more about the tax reforms, and there have been lots of rumors. I've not had the time to go and study it. I want to read it and understand what Tinubu is coming up with from January 2026. I had a discussion with a politician, and what he was telling me is that no, we are not affected. It's just mainly about corporate tax. But I didn't want to argue with him because I don't think he's actually in the know. So I'll go and I'll find time maybe during these Christmas holidays to read about it. And also the budget is coming out. I'll be trying to look at each budget line. I only saw a couple of expenditure headlines today. They didn't talk about the revenue side of the budget. So which means that the budget deficit, which I've given an estimate about 4.26% of our GDP, which is significant in my own view. How are we going to fund it? How are we going to fund our budget? Definitely from taxes now, from oil revenue, and from diaspora receipts and loans. So they need to explain to us how they are going to fund the budget, as well as what they are spending on. Now we are hearing that the military is going to increase personnel, police too. We are talking about state policing. That's another budgetary concern that many state governors will not want to take at this point in time because they probably do not have the money. Anyway, 2026 is going to be an exciting time in Nigeria. Definitely is going to be hard on the economy. A lot of people are going to cry, let's be honest. Let's see what the opposition is going to do. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Emeka. Thank you, sir. Mr. Odua, you are just coming. We're about to round up now. My gadget is about a week, but in case while you are giving your submission, say a week, you log me out, you guys can hold on to the platform till I come back, or if you are done, you can just leave. But still, anybody that's going to join, if my gadget weak, you can't come in, like I talked about before. Mr. Odua, thank you, sir. Good evening to you. Talk to us.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, Mr. Najawash. Safe on the driving. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
And then happy Friday to you. Good evening, the chairman and chairlady, honorable presenter and guests in the show, in the panel, King and Dream Nation. Good evening to you all. Good evening, Mommy Diaspora. Thank you, ma. Urwesi, senuru oyeweni, wa abu wa golo, safian bueno mau, wa tori maga, urwesi kakabo. Good evening, commenters, listeners, and viewers, and the passerby. Thank you all. Dangote cry out because Dangote cry out, and Dangote Beauty Refinery. Oshiomhole said he want to go and drink. He did not tell us the kind of drink he want to drink. Oh. And the other one want to join him to drink. They should tell us that the kind of drink they want to drink. Is it kunu? Is it whatever? Is it? It is their choice. They don't know to come to their public to say they want to go and drink. Why do they not say they will go and create job because Farouk has been sacked? Or they want to do great thing for people to benefit from? Isn't the drink is what they want to do? You see that, and these are the people you people believe is their leaders. They call them statesmen, lawmakers, and so on and so forth. But their mentality is to go and drink, not to create for people to benefit from. Anyway, it's good. The Lord is watching, and we thank those one they remove from office or that sacked or whatever they say they pension. In the city of Blend, where Iceman is the king. That is why when this one happened today, they say 5 million. All of them are shouting. Is it not the same Senate? Were they not there when Buhari was in office? When person said snake swallow money? Is it not the same Nigeria Senate? Do they die when person said that monkey carried their also called money of a jam whatever office? Or cheapasing carry some money? And is it not the same country that some said they have fit school children when everybody was in COVID, what they call it COVID isolation? Is it not the same country? So in the city of Blind, when Asma become the king, is it not the same country Yeye Bello pay school fees for the children that he have not even yet born? Is it not the same country? So they did not know how to drink. Those people cannot be punished for their sins and sentenced to jail. And then it is only this one that they cannot drink. So that shows how foolish those who claim themselves to be leaders are. Because I believe this man did not cut for them. That is why they are shouting that they want to go and drink. Because I heard when they were interviewing, telling the other person that he should be listening to ESCO, the person that they said they nominate to replace them. You should be listening to the ESCO. You see what happened to the first person before you now. That shows you that this man did not cut for them, because if he cut for them, it would have not been removed. Whatever cry Dangote might have cried, they would have not yet. That is just the truth. Because maybe did not listen to ESCO and listen to other group of ESCO which people might call cabas. So that is only what I see in this their fight. And if Dangote do it, well, thank God for the person who decide. But where is the punishment that shows that yes, this person are guilty of evil? Because a person cannot be guilty of evil and goes. If America, what is our brother, the musicians or Matt Tyson, who they said he knock one woman like that, he paid through her. Matt Tyson, they make people poor. They collect those money you make from your sources, so not even through government. But this Nigeria own, the same person that they said he committed a crime today will become the next president tomorrow, or the next chairman, or whatever ambassador in one place or another, or the next Senate president, or House of Representative, whatever they call the chairman. This person that they say commit crime today. So what are the jubilee country that we are living on, or we came from? Because that is why I will not fail to tell you that Nigeria is just a white forest. We are wild animal, and they are prey. If a country want to declare integrity, did Dangote have any integrity? Do they even have anything to claim the integrity to Dangote? Entire Nigeria could not build refinery, which include Dangote, Dangote father, Dangote mother, Dangote wife, Dangote children, Dangote in-law, Dangote every, to talk of his friend, to talk of his enemy, to talk of all. They could not build refinery. Then the only Dangote come out in that country and build refinery. Where did he preach his money from? What business, what farm, what job did Dangote do in his life that earn him such money? Why do people ask? What kind of suffer that Dangote have suffered? Which office did Dangote work that earn him such money? If really we want to question integrity, is Dangote even close to integrity? They are calling him the richest man. If Obasanjo is not, Obasanjo, they will be calling those Dangote money as Obasanjo money. Because Obasanjo is Dangote. A man who allow other person not to import something, a useless president, who said nobody else should import something except Dangote. Is that not K-leg? Dangote salt, Dangote cement, Dangote fatty, Dangote this, Dangote stone, Dangote shit, Dangote pepper, Dangote salt, Dangote piece. Dangote was only the person who permitted to import anything. That was how they killed Ubeto Smith. Is it not Obasanjo that killed it? Where they did not allow Ubeto to bring out because Ubeto want to make people to benefit from life in Nigeria, then destroy Smith not to bring it out from the high sea. They frustrate our brother from who wanted Nigeria. If the people are saying Dangote refinery, you people have not start crying. You know, you people have been saying you are buying for whatever million or whatever thousand. When Dangote start, you people are going to have 10% of it. Because me, I did not see any integrity to celebrate Dangote because he's among the pain and the fall that Nigeria are living today. My oatmeal has made it is given to Dangote through this bow hair called their APC whatever. Today my people cannot buy mate. Are we the forbidden to put our money and make our oatmeal has made work for us so that we can sell to our brothers? We can even be generating income from that place. But you see all these people say they cannot allow the enemy to be created in this country that want to go and be supplied and be imported from another country. They want to go and drink beer. Is it not stupidity for you to sell your own resources that God gives to your Edo State? Did Dangote have money more than entire Edo State? Then why is our pillars made given to Dangote? If really Oshiomhole want to create job, why did he not call Edo people and say this refinery that Ogbemudia built refinery, Opilas made that was working because of this useless overthrowment and useless people who were not capable, then that's made factory now break down. Why, if you were a governor, if you were a good person, why did you not assemble your people together and tell them, push your money so that we can be generating money, so that we can employ work for our people can work here? But you decide to carry our resources and give to one man from the north. And he was talking of a Sokoto refinery that his family were working there. Is how did he call them just now? That they were working there before. How is the man going to do the refinery? That shows that really when people will say Oshiomhole is not from Edo State, it shows that it's from Kano. That is the reason you have to give Edo State resources to Kano man, or be whatever state the Dangote come from. So we should begin to see something beyond just the way we see it, just a mirror close to you. No, it's bigger than that. Dangote have no integrity in my presence. If they said they should do this, their so-called Sharia law, Dangote will have been the first person I will carry stone because he is among those who destroyed Nigeria. And Obasanjo steal the entire Nigeria farm, make it to his own. They are not calling it a farm, Obasanjo farm. It's to entire Nigeria. Both the sick, both the old, both the young, the farm belongs to them. Did you see the criminal people are celebrating? Calling them statement or whatever. It is only that Nigerians, that is why I said yesterday that please, those who have the opportunity, let us be carrying all this our school children, all this our young ones, to go do excursion or to go do what you people call a holiday, just to stay 2 or 3 days in another especially all these our Africa brothers who have lived Nigeria, that Nigeria is starting their this thing, a giant of Africa. Those who are the really giants, so that our people should go and see their land and know that this is how giants are supposed to be. And this is how life is supposed to work. So that one day this revolution can take place and wipe all these people who have called themselves one leader, another, or all these so-called useless Dangote Kaba who have made the country to be in stagnant. So that is how it's supposed to be. So who have opportunity, let us be doing these things so that our people brain will reset and celebrate nonsense Dangote. He said he didn't have integrity. All those, what do they call it? The one that have gloves and all these things that put Nigeria into pay. When Obasanjo came, that's why when people say he bring network, I said, which network? Yeah, network. When he was collecting one naira from everybody in NTA. If you buy the chat card, Obasanjo, they will give Obasanjo 1 naira. But the moment he left office, NTN stopped collecting that 1 naira from people. So anyway, tax is very good if really we are talking about tax. But the problem is, it is not the people supposed to pay tax. It's going to be paying it in Nigeria. We that are struggling, who pass through the desert to say, God, let us so that we can even have bread to eat, are the one they want to collect tax from. Because if you want to talk tax, those vehicles that follow Tinubu alone, if those people pay tax, Nigeria, we will have road. Those vehicles, because when he was going, they call it presidential tour or whatever. So those vehicle people that, if those vehicles pay taxes, we will not be talking of borrowing money from our side. I think even Tinubu alone, if he pay tax, is he not the one who carry bullion van to his house during the time of campaign too? So, but you want to come and collect tax from me, who passed through desert, or my great-grandmother who managed to sell in a Bobahi market, or Benin market. You see the problem that those who are supposed to do the right thing are doing the wrong thing, and why those who are supposed to do the wrong thing are doing the right thing. The other great-grandfather that is one type, you said should come and be paying tax. Why you sit inside executive by opening office for your wife, calling it useless lady office? With the man tax, with the man that is making per wine money. When the country that you said you are taking example from, you want to do what they are doing. They use themselves to show example. President Macron, which is the French president, till today is still riding on a bicycle. Is there any Nigeria government officials that we want to ride bicycle? Not to talk of the president himself to drive bicycle on the street. So a tax is not something that is bad, but the motive and the method you do it is what bad. Because a country that doesn't have lights, a country that doesn't supposed to pay tax, you want to force people collecting tax from them. A country that's supposed to borrow money, you are using their need to borrow money to go and buy what do you call a yacht? Be that yacht he buy that he put in the sea. Then how much has that yacht given to Nigeria? How much has he given to Nigeria as a benefit? Not to talk of to pay the money they borrowed to buy that yacht, or the helicopter or the airplane they bought. They call it a presidential jet they bought. How much has he returned back to Nigeria? Not to talk of paying where you borrowed those money from. So it is because these stupid people who will call themselves APC, APDP, I just support this, and those are the people who are supporting evil. That is why they will tell the tax form is well. If not, you're supposed to understand that borrowing money, it is because you want to use it to generate income. If you said you come and meet one problem or another, if those problems were not there, will you become a president? If those parties that you want to blame did those things that you claim that was Nigeria problem, will you have that position to come? It is because you said there is problem you want to come and visit, but now you people are creating more problem on Nigerians. Goodluck Jonathan said, let remove subsidy. You, Tinubu, and all the useless pastors came out, some called themselves professor, They came out and some cleric or Muslim, this thing, whatever you call them. They came out and blocked Ojota. Some claim they are barristers. But since terrorists increased in the country during time of Tinubu, Bala, a drag Bala, what do they call it? Buhari, this Miloko, Tinubu, all these people have not come out to pack their children, to pack those their members to come and block Ojota again. That tell you the foolishness of the what we are facing. And you will still see Nigeria has supported it. Don't talk to Daddy Gio. Don't talk to NME. You don't play against our religion. These stupid people, blind fools, thinking they are wise. Yeah, they will tell you they are educated because they can speak another language. Sir?
So what can you say about the Harrison case? Do you still believe what Harrison has done is good?
I told you that day, sir. I told you that day. Harrison case or no Harrison case. Harrison is not in. They said it's in police custody. For why? You people said they did not pay the money of there's giving to go and give terrorists. Abi. Now, is it not the duty of those police to go after terrorists?
No, my question to you.
No, is it not the duty of police to make sure that there is no terrorists in the country? Is it not the duty of police to make sure that there is no terrorists in the country? If there was no terrorists, would they have Harrison? Even the people who went and caught Harrison, do they not know police station to go and say, lay their complaint? Do they not know soldier barrack to go and lay their complaint? Then what did you say I should come and be talking about Harrison? Is Harrison the problem, or the people supposed to do their rightful thing who fail to do the rightful thing? If there was no rain, would you be looking for umbrella?
Mr. Odu, I'm asking you this question now.
The same thing I'm giving you. That is why I tell you, I'm Edo. If you did not understand what is called Edo, Edo is to say, this thing will not happen in my time. That is why I told all the people who take this thing are waiting until today. The kidnapping is still happening. How many of you people that are in social media now have made sure that you people enter road? I asked you, the feed was opened. I told you the feed was open. It is your duty to come and play the ball. If you refuse to play, when anybody will enter and play it anyhow, quiet your mouth. Because this one now, it is not all this. If you see, that is why you said I should not talk about Tinubu at that day. I told you Tinubu condemned person and tell you you did not do it well. I will come and do it. But Harrison have never condemned anybody that you went for kidnapping. You will have not do this. You will have not do that. You didn't do that. Tinubu's even make coffee a coffee. What do they call it? In the time and say Goodluck is dead when Goodluck was still alive. So you cannot compare me talking about Tinubu and Harrison. If my Edo people go after kidnapper, will Harrison come from Delta State? Is it not our duty? Did you know that many cop Bini that make the people of aggressive
condemn kidnappers?
So don't come and be thinking that you want to weigh me into corner. I have given you final submission. I have given you final submission of that. It is the duty of police, the duty of soldier, the duty of airports to make sure that there is no terrorism in my country. And that is the people that they're supposed to cry to, not even Harrison. Did you understand? And you that is talking now, if you see that Harrison did not do it well, you come down and do it. I told you. That is our spirit. It is not to come and be shouting on social media. I use you myself example to tell you every time here that when the thing happened too much in the time of Operation One, I follow them to the bush. That is the spirit of Edo man. When you are really Edo, not to say Abibini. No, Abibini and the real Edo is two different something. The real Edo will tell you this thing will no longer happen. So if you feel Harrison did not do it, I thank God that you are saying it. My brother, we want to see you taking action on the ground, not on social media. That is my stand over it right from time. And that is what I'm still saying to you. Because if there is no terrorist, you will not see Harrison.
The citizen does not have the rights or the...
Okay, where did the citizen supposed to go? Since they did not have the right, but they have the left, where are they supposed to take that left to?
You go to the...
No, it's a question now. Where do they supposed to take that left to? Since they did not have the right, where do they supposed to take the left they have to?
You take up your complaints to the police. The police.
Then why do they not take it to the police?
The police.
You mean that state doesn't have police?
The police is.
No, that state doesn't have police.
Can you let someone just speak, or you want to continue speaking? We can let you continue to speak. The police is the right authority that
Do
is.
the state not have police? I'm asking you. Since you know they have police, then why are you not blaming the police? That this is your job and you did not do it. Why are you not blaming them? They have soldiers, they have air force. Why did you not blame those people and say this is your job, you did not do it? Then what are you asking me? If you know where they're supposed to take that things to, since the citizen, those police whatever, they are not citizens, they are foreigner.
Mr. Odua, it's okay. You spoke with let another person speak.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Becker, please try and speak, sir. Thank you.
I don't have anything to. I've been speaking. I just wanted to let him know that
you were saying something now before you interrupted.
Yeah, the police. The police is the right authority for any crime, domestic crime, right? And then you also have the military too, if they feel the police is not capable enough to handle the situation, and it's a matter of national security and an emergency, they can now step in. So harassing or those who want to indulge into the activities that Harrison got himself into, they are not supposed to do that. It's completely illegal. You're not supposed to be a third party or a negotiator for kidnappers. You're not supposed to be a fund collector or indulge yourself in ransom discussion and payments or in any, that's money laundering, because you are benefiting from the proceeds of crime. Completely is money laundering. Today I was on social media where one man was practically bragging. He was citing Harrison's situation, and he was not bragging how he went to the bush in Aba. He went to the bush, he took Okada. From Okada, he swam the rivers. After swimming the rivers, he entered multiple bushes. From multiple bushes, he came out into so many intersections before he got to where the destination of the kidnapper. He introduced himself as the Oga. And I was like, okay, if that's the introduction you want to portray yourself to be, then you're also a kidnapper too. Then he said that they gave him 7 million for ransom, which he took as cash. He only gave the kidnappers 500,000, and then because the money came from the church, he doesn't want to stain his hands. And if it was not church money, he would have taken it, right? So clearly, what he was indicating too is motivation, financial motivation. You understand? So you can't keep money. It's like you keeping yam and keeping a goat close to the yam, and you are telling the goat not to eat the money. That's the situation that Harrison found himself into. You would definitely, because it now turns into a business. And then if you now have multiple people getting themselves into that business, it turns into an industry. We don't want that to go out of proportion. And yet, when we now see multiple people who are being kidnapped in the country, then we will now begin to blame the government instead of those third parties who are perpetrating this crime. That's why I want Harrison to go in for it. And Harrison must face shot. If he's firing squad, they should shoot him and kill him quickly. I'm even surprised that when they took him to the police, they've not shot his 2 legs first, so that they will say he was trying to run away. Just shoot the 2 legs so that you know that those 2 legs, they are condemned for life. Then before you are telling, when the judges or whoever his lawyers are asking, say he tried to run away. We told him to stop. But as he was scaling the fence, we shot him to...
Can you hear me?
Huh?
Okay, Mr. Mega, we lost you.
Oh, you lost me? No, I was...
No, Mecca, you were on the phone. It was this person that network took away.
So I was saying that Harrison, they are supposed to... Harrison, they should have shot his 2 legs, condemned those 2 legs, and cook up an excuse that he was trying to run away, so that other people can watch and see the circumstances and the fate of Harrison, and they will desist from getting themselves involved. Why am I saying this? In Nigeria, we copy a lot of things, and we copy bad things quickly. When Bobrisky started his behavior, right, he had not come. He was testing the waters then. Bobrisky was testing the waters. Bobrisky was actually denying the identity he has taken up for himself. But immediately he saw that there's there's financial gains to be exploited and made from this identity that he has created. What did Bobrisky do? He came out publicly and he got a lot of support, even from women. I'm surprised women were even the one patronizing Bobrisky in terms of his cosmetic and beauty products. And women were even identifying with him and calling him a sheep.
And it's called the mommy Lagos.
You understand? We knew when Bobrisky was testing the waters. And now, before we knew it, we got a James Daniels, Daniel James, the dancer, the James, and there are so many copycats that are out in the streets. Now, we are seeing a lot of men who cannot even, you just don't know what they identify as anymore. We copy a lot of bad things.
Sorry, Mr. Neka. And he has used that now travel abroad. They have given him giving him Absalom.
Yes.
Seek Absalom in another country.
I agree with you because many of them will say, "Oh, that they are going to be prosecuted in Nigeria." You understand, but that is not the aim. There is the financial gains that they tend to enjoy from that, the identity they've created for themselves. And once there is any form of financial gains, whether it's legal or illegal, you see Nigerians copying it. So when we see somebody coming up and you see that hydra sticking out its head, we need to cut the root, cut the stem, cut the branches, cut everything down to even the soil. We cut the soil too and burn it down to the soil so that it does not come, because you see, we are influenced by our environment and our interactions with our neighbors. You might say your neighbor is someone who just lives close to you, but your neighbor is also someone you see on TV, or social media. As long as you are interacting, as long as you are commenting, as long as you are listening, typically you begin to get influenced. And then we have children who, in their early stage of developing their personalities, they might see things, and if a lot of people love such kind of behavior, they think that's what is good, and they begin to take up those things. So we don't want bad vices in our community. We don't want bad vices in our country. Before we know it now, it turns into something else, and then we are not beginning to blame the government. That is how fraud started. This Yahoo stuff. I know when Yahoo in the 80s, Yahoo in the 70s, even in the 70s, it was frowned against. In the 80s, in the 90s, your parents will be pointing at Yahoo people and say, "Don't be like this person. This person is a useless individual." Now, Yahoo is now part of the GDP in Nigeria. Women are now chasing after Yahoo individuals. Women are proud to bring men who are into fraud and introduce them as their potential husband, and the family will all rejoice and be happy. We've lost it in that country. Our values, our morals, and yet on Sundays you see the churches being packed to the brim. On Friday today, you see mosques being packed to the brim and out in the streets, closing the roads. Then you also see the traditionalists pouring out their wine and their kolanut and stoning it to the rock and telling the ancestors to answer them. All in the name of we claiming to be moral and spiritual or holier than thou. But then again, our social vices and illegal behaviors do not relate to these moralities we tend to preach or confess. It's a sad reality. All because we are looking for something that is called money. We can sell and kill. Now we have, from fraud, it has now gone into organ harvesting. Organ harvesting, do we know that Nigeria now we have a drug problem in Nigeria? Nigeria is a drug hub from that connects to Europe and African countries. We keep quiet. You see someone will come up tomorrow, we don't know how he made his money. He will tell you he started making his money from his mother's womb. that when he was a youth copper, he bought his first car as a youth copper with youth copper salary. Or you see women, they act one as a movie, the next thing they've bought a house in Lekki. What are we saying in that country? We need to do an introspection into ourselves before we begin to point fingers at each and every one of us. Living an honest life in Nigeria is something people laugh at. Having an honest job and doing something that is legal is what people laugh at. But when you cut corners, when you cheat the system, when you steal, when you kill, when you kidnap, when you harvest people's organs, when you go to do rituals, you are being hailed and saluted, and you even be conferred with chieftaincy title. And then you have all the military men and all these law enforcement officers patrolling and escorting you and protecting you. You, the bad man, the one committing the crimes in the society, they are protecting you. We are a total mess. And yet we think these things we do not diffuse out to the general world, that our neighbors or the international communities are not aware of the nonsense we are doing back home. And we want to be praised for such things. We've not sat down to tell ourselves the truth or have a proper village meeting to address ourselves collectively and individually, that we are a mess. We all want to point fingers at politicians without looking at the person in the mirror to say that you are also a terrible individual too. That's why I mentioned, give an average man, average Nigerian man power. Test him with power. 1 hour, you would have killed everybody. In
Now,
1 hour.
Mr. Emeka.
Yes?
Mr. Emeka, sir. Now, will you blame some of us who are conservatives, who refuse to vote for Tinubu because of our moral value?
There are no conservatives in Nigeria. I'll be honest with you. I know Nigeria.
Okay,
I know Nigeria political
if you will say
environment very
that,
well.
okay, for people with that moral value, what you are talking about, who believes that when we are growing up, you said your mother would say, "Don't be like this person." Will you prefer your child to be like President Tinubu? And will you tell Nigeria now? Do you still believe that Tinubu built Lagos with what is happening in Abuja today?
You see, your question, right? You know, the first time you asked the question, I decided I do not intend to want to have any conflict with you. And in all honesty, I will not want to answer
I
your
don't
question.
want you to. No, I
You
don't want you to
understand?
take it that way.
No,
I
I
don't want you to
no,
take it that way.
I don't see your question as one that is disingenuous or comes with any form of harm. I like to try to be objective. I'm human, I can make errors too, but I try as much as possible to be objective. A lot of people disagree about the man who is currently our president in Nigeria. Yeah, some people like him, some people don't. It's fine. It happens everywhere. He was once a governor. We cannot remove the fact that he didn't contribute to the growth of Lagos State. Please, let's be honest for once. Let's be very honest. You cannot, if you are being this, you will be disingenuous and not telling yourself the truth that he didn't contribute to the growth of Lagos. Whether that growth is measurable or significant or not, he did. And I have examples, personal examples to my own effect. So I know what Babbage used to be like. Babbage in the 80s, in the 70s, in the early 90s, towards the 98 when Babbage began to get so bad. Babbage used to be a very fun area. It used to be the place that is free because others are private beach. Babbage was ruined. Babbage was run down by the ocean. But even Obasanjo them, the federal government Ministry of Works would take sand to be sand filling Babbage so that the water does not spill over to come into Victoria Island and make proper and destroy, because then it was destroying properties. He came and he was the one who controlled the water. Not, even to date now, the Eco-Atlantic is part of his vision. Though I won't say he brought money, but it was part of his vision, reclaiming that Babbage that was lost to the ocean.
Now I understand you. Now, who own about 80 or 70% of those places?
You say?
That was reclaimed.
So that was see you the people who own them, from my own knowledge, what are they? The Lebanese guys, they brought the money, right? They brought the idea. They were supported by the government. So I believe they went through the legal route to do what they want to do. If I bring my own funds, my capital to invest, I'm supposed to enjoy it. Except there are conflicts somewhere, then so be it. But I don't. Where I find things and I speak harshly is where I see people cheating the system, cutting corners. Like I said initially, and I'm saying it publicly, I'm even saying it privately. I'm completely disappointed at the president because the things he had promised, I've seen none so far. Rather, I've seen more destruction than improvement. Yes, he's a human being. He has his flaws. He has his issues. Probably a lot of people have said he's a criminal. I'm yet to see him being found guilty on any of those charges. Once there are those, definitely, yes, we'll bring it up. But you don't accuse someone is innocent until you're proven guilty. Possibly, maybe if someone accuses you falsely of certain things and you are pleading your case as being innocent, and then maybe it's been thrown out of court, or probably you know nothing happened to that case anymore. And if someone is a group of people are now say, "Oh, you are guilty for this," I don't think you're going to be happy with that because no court has charged you, no court has arrested you. So let's sometimes internalize these things.
Thank you,
Right,
Mr. Emeka.
regardless of
Now,
our
do you agree,
temptation.
Mr. Emeka, sir? Mr. Emeka, sir,
I can hear you.
do you agree that the accusation on the Farouk, that Nigeria should stop accusing him until he's found guilty?
Oh, he's not been charged. Those are accusations, right? Made by Dangote.
But he's been fired.
Oh yeah, you could be fired. Like now, if you've been charged to, like, I don't know where you work.
With all the allegation on the president, will it not be better for him to excuse himself and just find a place and say all the names?
Which accusation? Those accusations were before he became president. Now he's currently in president. Which of the accusations are you talking about again?
The law enforcement, we are not able. The falsification of information.
Which information
in our
did they
tax,
falsify?
we had the alteration now on the tax reform law. What the National Assembly passed wasn't the one. Is it not an impeachable offense?
Okay, I'm not aware of that, right? You know, I did mention that I've not read the tax reform.
It's an open.
I've not read it. I've not followed. I've not followed that news, so I can't speak on something that I'm not aware of. But I do know by
the book they are selling.
Which book?
The book is out. The tax book now is the Ministry of Information. You can go online and check their listings. They are selling the book. They launched it. So that was where the National Assembly guy went and buy 3 copies over.
Okay, I'm trying as much as possible to be careful, right? I am not aware of this information you are sharing now. I would go research it. Please allow me to research it before I express an opinion on things that I'm not aware of, right? Because you seem to be more knowledgeable on this stuff you're talking about than myself. Even the tax law that Taiwo Adeleye has done, I know Taiwo. We used to work together in PwC. I've not read. I know he was working on it. I've not read it because it took him a long time to get it done. So I will go read it. Then it's been passed into law. Then I'll read the law and understand what you're saying, and I'll have a good, because it's going to impact all of us. So I want to know how it's going to impact me and impact my business. I am not against any tax reform. I think Nigerians should pay taxes, in my own view. But then my own concern is, what are those taxes going to do for the country? Because we've not been able to do our own in-house cleaning properly. We waste a lot of resources. We've seen it time, and history has shown that we are not good in managing resources. We are very wasteful. And maybe because it's not our personal fund, that's why we begin to waste, resources, whether it's mineral resources, whether it's money, whether it's even land. So we need to do our own in-house cleaning. in my view. We have our problems. And I think, and it starts from our family. The family is the smallest unit of a community. If we can get our family values right, our community will be better. If our community is better, our country will be better. That's the way I see it. Our family values are really being eroded. We have more prostitutes in the streets than before. And more women are willing to be prostitutes now. They are more happy to be prostitutes than wives. And more men are now happy to be criminals than doing things that is legal. You find women saying they are not going to marry someone who goes to the office 9 to 5. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? But if you ask me, they want to blame the government. No.
Mr. Becker, we have lost the moral value. Those things we are growing up our parents. Whenever you are going anywhere, you're thinking of the image of your family. No Nigeria is thinking of that.
Yeah, go on social media, you see women talking about the number of men they've slept with, and even saying things that even if you put it on motion pictures, or even if you bring in Hollywood movie directors and actors, they will look at the script and say, no, this one would scatter everywhere. They say those things on social media. You are wondering, do these people have family members at all? When they say, you begin to wonder, do these people have family members? It's crazy. It's crazy time. And this is a problem that we are not trying to address in our country. Everybody wants to get rich quickly without going through the process. Someone was talking about Dangote here. Dangote, we've been hearing about Dangote since in the 70s, though. Since in the 70s. And this person mentioned that Obasanjo was the one who made Dangote rich. Dangote, we've been hearing about him since in the 70s. When I was young, I was hearing about Dangote and his uncle, Dan Tata.
It is not Dangote. It was Dan Tata. There was no Dangote. It was Dan Tata.
Okay, I know what I'm saying. Yes, you might say you've not been hearing about Dangote. I say in the 70s, we've been hearing about Dan Tata and Dangote. We've been hearing about his uncle and we've been hearing about him. So what I'm trying to explain is the consistency, the success consistency, the demonstration of success over a lengthy period of time is the cumulative sum of Dangote currently in place now. It is not a money misroad or an accidental success. Dangote has been a success story for decades. Yes, certain government officials parleyed with him, opened the door for him, pointed him to specific places, maybe invested in him. But because they know that he is a success story, nobody takes money and give it to a madman and expects the madman to bring returns. You only take money and give it to somebody who has demonstrated success over a period of time.
Odua, Dangote started business since 1977 plus 78 at the age of 20. So he has been
hearing about Dangote in the 70s. Even in house in VI, I don't think he stays in that place in VI anymore. That's the place we used to grab to go to work. You barely see security men on that place, but we know there's some form of security inside, but you barely see them blocking the road. I don't know if he still stays there in VI. Dangote has been a success story. He's not an accidental money misroad, no. And you will see it from his personality, from the way he conducts himself, from the way he even speaks, to the point where he said that he didn't even know how much he earns, that he had to go to the bank and told them to give him $10 million. And they gave it to him. He went, he opened it, he counted it, he closed the suitcase and went to return it back to the bank. That was when he knew he was rich. So the man has demonstrated success. So if you even want to begin to talk about questionable characters, I don't want to call him questionable character because his family too has demonstrated success for a long period of time. The Otedolas, his father, Michael Otedola, was a governor. Femi dropped out of school and went into business through his father providing the capital for him. Femi too has demonstrated success too over a long period of time. But Femi's success is on the purchase of shares and waiting for that shares to appreciate before he sells. Femi is not into real investments or real business operations. He's only going there to look at capital gains. But Femi has done well for himself. Let's give kudos to where kudos is being done, because no government will come and meet. The government will not carry money and come and meet a madman now and say, go and invest here. We are waiting for you to come and employ people and bring returns. Your money don't go be that now. So if you are saying Obasanjo, who would Obasanjo talk to? He will talk to you. He doesn't even know you. He will talk to people who have demonstrated success. If you want someone to build a refinery, he will talk to somebody who has demonstrated success and who is credit-worthy enough to repay their debts.
Yeah. Obasanjo went to him. Thank you, Emeka. He went to him because he needed his government to succeed.
Exactly.
And he needed a local
Obasanjo
investor.
said it himself. I made 20 billionaires, which is true. Those 20 billionaires
local investor was what he was looking for.
Recruited
Local
many
investor.
Nigerians into, and that was what many Nigerians
Is Ibeto was international investor?
Who?
Ibeto was international investor or local investor?
Ibeto is not. Ibeto is a local entrepreneur. But Ibeto, they did not want to continue to import cement into the country anymore. It does not give. We have.
But Dangote was not importing. Dangote was not importing. Are you telling me that? Let me tell you. I know. Listen. This is not they told me. Me and my elder brother, the one that senior me, every 3 days we are entering a papa to take Dangote cement. Not another person. This is me. So when you say importation, Dangote was importing cement directly.
You don't need to say that Dangote was an importer before he became
Rodo, Soto,
Dangote was
everything.
Hold on. You talk too much sometimes. Dangote was importing. He started importation from the 70s to the 80s. But Obasanjo wanted things to be built in the country. They saw that capacity and the drive and passion in Dangote. Ibeto saw it as a loss-making venture because it was more cheaper to import than to manufacture in Nigeria at that time. So who would you go to? Somebody who is willing to stake and say, okay, let's do this for national unity. Even his refinery, it was more difficult. You saw the challenges he went through. It was cheaper. And currently, it is still cheaper if you go and buy the dirty fuels in Europe. It is still cheaper. You saw marketers still wanting to go and import fuel from Europe, those dirty fuel, and bring it to Nigeria. But Dangote has said, okay, this is what I want to put my money here. I have gone to borrow, and I want to put my money here so that I can employ people. So that we can manufacture, we can have our own working refinery. But yet, people are still trying to kill the refinery. So somebody who has demonstrated that success and is willing to stake his own fund plus the money he has borrowed, why would I go and meet somebody else who is telling you he will use that money to go and be importing? And I want Nigerians to be employed. Opportunity meets preparedness. So if you are jealous of Dangote, I think you have a problem with yourself. You should want to be like Dangote. You should want to.
God forbid, I will not want to oppress my fellow brother. I will not be so greedy to say that my people, other people will not eat. It is only me that will eat and die. God forbid me. You can be so, me, I will not. God forbid.
Mr. Odua, it is not the place of Dangote. Dangote does not have that power. It's your institution. You have the regulative body. If Farouk was not corrupt, Dangote would respect him. And he can't do anything to stop.
Exactly. If Farouk, they would have sacked him.
Thank you. And even the policy that Farouk put in place, government have not stopped it. They only remove
He better want to build factory. He want to build where they manufacture cement at Aba. It is even from your state set. It is even from this Abia you came from.
I just gave you a high level of the issue between Ibeto and Dangote. Ibeto did not, that opportunity was extended to Ibeto. Ibeto preferred to import. It was when the prices of cement was being crashed, when Obasanjo was that making it very challenging and difficult for importation of cement coming in by increasing the tariff. That was when Beto now saw, okay, business is going bad for me. Let me see if I can go and build a cement factory. By then, you've lost out. So if I'm in business and a competitor is now coming in, I want to maintain my market share. So
Beto said he want to build. That time it was late to build. Don't you see you now?
It was late for him to go and get into the market.
When your great-grandfather built a house, now you can no longer build because your great-grandfather's time is over.
I don't know what you are
my brother, try put things in the right way. Don't be. You see, I'm a direct person, and I don't want to eat alone because me, I'm seeing the way you are talking. You are talking. If you side those evil, it's your choice. But me, I will not be blind to support evil.
There is no evil Dangote is doing, in my view. It's just business operation and practice. What's the evil that he's doing? There is no evil. Let's look at it. I was busy explaining. I wasn't explaining. I was talking about inflation. Our 1 naira of today is now valueless. But in the 80s, even early 90s, you could purchase something for 1 naira. You could purchase food for 1 naira. But now today, 1 naira is useless. You can't use 1 naira anymore. So if you don't keep it to time, that's the time. Yeah.
When it comes, the issue of Ibeto and Dangote is business still what Dangote is doing today. Every businessman will protect their business. That is what Dangote is doing. Dangote will not give room for you. That is the competitor we are talking about. So when people are coming in, it will not open door for you to come and this. So you have to be strong for you to come in. And it is for the Nigerian institution to stand. If the institution is working and they are not compromised, nobody will stop you from building your refineries. Nobody will stop you.
I knew that he's building his refinery in Akwa Ibom. Nobody is stopping him now.
Nobody is stopping.
Nobody is stopping him for building his refinery.
To go and do this thing that people have put in place, that like in the early 2000, the issue of Ibeto with him started. Early 2000 then. And when it happened, Ibeto could not stand because the institution were compromised. This guy already find favor with Obasanjo. So it wasn't easy for Ibeto to stand again. So the all odd was against him because somebody has already occupied the system. That is strategy for business people. That is why I'm encouraging people not to allow only him to be the sole producer and a importer or exporter of petroleum product in Nigeria. Because
definitely
it's going to affect us.
No, he's not. I think I knew he's coming up
what
with
happened. What happened with cement? That was what happened with cement. When other people crash out, yes, when other people crash out, it becomes the only one managing the price. But when his brother now brought Bois,
yeah. But you see with Dangote, right?
Others.
You see with Dangote now, Dangote is a smart man. Give it to him. Let's give him his props, right? He's someone that when he speaks, you should listen. If he writes a book, it's the kind of book you should buy. He's now trying to expand his production capacity. His refinery is the biggest in Africa at the moment. Now he's trying to expand that capacity again, right? To the point that he wants to be able to produce all our refinery, all our petroleum consumption, and as well as export to Africa and even Europe, because the quality of his fuel is the same as standard with that of Europe. So he was building for the future. He wasn't building for the now. He was building for the future. And he has said it that the government refineries that we have, nobody will buy them, and it is true. Nobody will buy our refineries. So our mercy is that Dangote must continue to exist, the Dangote refinery. And then the Bois can come in to give him a little bit of competition. What would this do for our economy? Employ more Nigerians, for Christ's sake. More Nigerians will be in employment. Dangote employs 60,000 Nigerians. For every Nigerian that you employ, there is a dependent of 3 people, 3 dependents. If you times that 60,000 people, that is 120. That's 180,000. 180,000 Nigerians are out of poverty. If every business entrepreneur can be able to establish a business concern that can recruit as much Nigerians as we can, we have more people out of poverty. I did the math. We need 70 million Nigerians to be in full employment that will enable us to ensure that we remove ourselves from this poverty line and probably restructure our moral values. 70 million Nigerians cut across different sectors in the economy. How do we achieve that? We just need the entrepreneurial class to step up through the government. Subsidies, interest rate reduction. That's why I'm not happy with these interest rates that we are having, because we are only using it for capital flow to allow foreigners to be taking money, coming in, invest in short-term portfolios and take money out. Reduce the interest rates. Tax concessions, so that people can be able to start business and those businesses can grow over a period of time. They can recruit more Nigerians.
Mr. Emeka, now you have complete set of people at the helm of the affairs. They are people of questionable characters. And many people who are growing up looking at the political system, people wants to be like Oshiomhole. People wants to be like Tinubu. That is what people are wishing. They want to be like, are those people role model to Nigeria?
No,
so
I don't. They are not role models.
Those kind of things
They are not role models.
But many are looking up to them. They wish to be like them.
I agree, right? Because it is who you see, someone who emulates success that you admire and want to be like. But Nigerians are not ready for the true talk. Let's be honest. Nigerians are not yet ready. We spoke about family values. We spoke about morality. We've lost it. We need to retrace our step back. Our church needs to play a very huge role. Pastors are busy sleeping with prostitutes. Pastors are impregnating their church members. People who by themselves elevate themselves or put themselves in the pedestal to express moral values are the ones perpetrating immoral activities in the country. What do you expect if someone who you call your pastor is acting in a useless manner? What do you expect from the flock? So we've lost it. We're only interested in quick gains. That's what we're interested in. We don't want to look at the process. We don't want to look at putting in the time. We don't want to put in the time. We just want it now, by any means necessary. So Oshiomhole, even with Oshiomhole, if you take him as an example, or you even take the president as an example, they didn't get there by mistake too. They didn't get there now. They walked. We might not like the way they walked, but they walked. Oshiomhole started as a local government chairman, built his political cabal, built his political goodwill, built his political structure, continued to promote himself, became chief of staff to Amechi. From Amechi, he when Goodluck Jonathan became president, he lobbied himself to be friends with the wife. They helped him to become governor. From governor, he was now looking at ways to convert the structure of PDP so that he can become president. He didn't win that, but he's the reason why PDP is this way. So he was not an accidental politician like Goodluck Jonathan or our former vice president. He wasn't. He worked. Even the president, 20 years of waiting, strategizing. He wrote books. He became president. Yes, we don't like the outputs, which is true. But they didn't get there by mistake. They worked. And if you look at many Nigerian politicians, you will see that even Atiku himself, since 1993, they keep reminding him, you've been contesting since 1993. So he didn't become vice president by mistake too. They work. We might not like the process. It might not be something that aligns with our values, but they worked for it. So when you are working, and you are persistent and you are consistent, the result will show. That's what the younger Nigerians do not want to do. They want it now. They want it today. They are ready to kill. They are ready to steal. They are ready to destroy. They are ready to sleep with anything just to get it today. So the Nigerian youths are not ready for the change that we wish for or we dream for. We are not ready for it. We want to compare certain things that happen back home with the Western world, but the Western world have been planning way back. They've been planning for 20 years down the line, 50 years down the line, 100 years down the line, and you would think they will exist by that time. No, they've started planning because they want success. They know that planning, preparation will meet opportunity, and once it meets opportunity, it is equal to success. But no, we want to come out preparation. We want that opportunity to come out from anywhere.
Then compare that to the political leadership we have. Do they have any plan? They don't have any plan.
You see, in terms of politics, they have their plan. In terms of governance,
that is their plan to become another maybe
exactly. They have it's the selfishness, right?
Senate. Yeah.
They have their plan because of governance. In terms of governance, no. Now, I just saw in the news today that the nomination form for presidency, governors, senators, and the rest, they've increased it. And I'm like, you guys are only increasing the barrier of entry. How would the average Nigerian get there if you are ambitious enough for change? 100 billion. How are you going to raise 100 billion? Which means a lot of people have to put that funds for you. And nobody, like I said, nobody will carry money and give to you and dash you. No, you have to pay for it. You have to bring returns. So when you're collecting money from these people and those people, they will tell you their terms. When you go there, you have to give them. You have to. You have to. So that is the problem we are having in the country, because the barrier of entry is very high. How many people have 100 billion cash in their bank account? Not a lot of people do. You either borrow or contribution.
This 100 billion is for APC.
No, it's not APC alone. Oh, yeah. I think it's APC.
It's for APC.
It's for APC. Yeah, it's for APC.
Already, they are just doing that one because Tinubu is automatically returned. That is for them. So those ones, they know what they are doing.
But you see the same thing across all political parties. The amount of entries. So if somebody who is bringing 100 billion and you who is bringing 10 million, you are just joking. You are joking. How do you compete? You can't compete. So Nigerian youth, that was what I was explaining when many of you were trying to lambast me. That politics is money. It's not just Nigeria alone. It's money. I was talking about Obi. That I said Obi is late. Politics is money. You need to contribute a lot of money if you want Obi to become president. If you really, truly believe in Obi, I don't think a lot of Nigerians don't. They're just using Obi. People, young Nigerians, the man, it appears the man has surged himself. He now knows. If Nigerians truly want Obi to be president, put your money where your mouth is. Contribute. And then let him go and compete. Somebody who is bringing 100
contribute it to where? Where are they going to contribute it to?
I can't tell
because
you.
The money that those people you say 100 billion are contributing, we are not seeing it. Well, do they contribute it to bring water for us? Or do they contribute it to bring lights, bring electricity, or use it to bring good road? Or do they contribute it to bring a factory that people are working?
I think you are not listening properly.
When you say contribute it to where now?
For politics. We are not talking about governance. You don't listen properly. Somebody, they are saying to contest for presidential election.
Mr. Odua, they sleep.
Yes, I believe so.
The only contribution you will tell me people are contributing is whether it bring good roads, bring electricity, bring what people need, not the contribution of spirit. Because whatever you do that did not affect life of people is spirit. So
Yes,
that is no
Mr.
contribution.
Odua, hold
So that
on.
is not
Let
the
me
kind one we need
explain
from
to
Peter
you
Obi.
now. You just wake up and jump in. Mr. Odua, can I explain to you? He said if Nigeria are ready and they want to be the president, they should get involved and put in their money. Yes.
That is where I'm asking where they are going to put their money in. You think I'm not here?
To contribute and support your unit. Or do what you have money. You can say I will sponsor 2 units in my own ward. That is what we are saying, contribute, because Tinubu now is coming. His own slogan is what money cannot buy, more money can buy. And APC is ready for 2027. That is what they
Why
are
would
coming
more
with.
money buy it? Why would more money buy it when they are collecting money from the money I sent?
The state trust, yes. So if we Nigeria
Why
are
would more
ready,
money buy it? The money you send, the other person sent, they are collecting money, they are collecting it.
Most of us who are inobedient, we use our resources in doing a lot of things we are doing. That is what he's telling people to do more. That is what we are encouraging people get involved.
What I'm even explaining is you cannot outcompete APC and the president, right? In terms of money,
because
you
they
cannot.
have all the resources.
Yes, you cannot. But there must be a reasonable amount of financial resources,
exactly,
right? Plus the hunger, passion, energy, and youthfulness of Nigeria, right? And the willingness also to come out and vote. Because if you look, even from 1993, I've been tracking it, 33% of registered voters only turn out to vote. 33% all the time. This last one is 32% in 2023. 32%. So always a fraction of those who have registered to vote, 33 or 30%, let's put it at 30%, come out to vote. But if 70, 80% of voters turn out, which means a larger proportion of people or young Nigerians are coming out because they believe in something, they've sacrificed for it, they've contributed their funds and time for it. When there is a huge voter turnout, it will be very difficult to rig. Very difficult to rig.
You see, I want to say something in this your percentage. How did you have those percent? When you register, you went to INEC, they did not give you card. How are you going to vote?
Oh, goodness me, Lord.
Or even you want to go and register, they are making it difficult for you. So why did they give you any percentage that you people will track?
Don't breathe.
I don't know what is smoking. I really don't know what is smoking. Honestly speaking, goodness me, Lord. Oh my God. Thank God. Help me.
Answer Odua, they wait for you.
I can't answer that question.
He's waiting for you.
It says we are traveling somewhere. He's probably going to, or we are going to be. He's going to.
We are on different page at the moment.
We are on a different frequency completely. He's not with us. So that's the problem. You know, you see, the element of rigging in elections is always there everywhere. You know, I was saying it. Some of you say, "Hey, in Canada, you don't already rig." They rig everywhere. In the US, even Trump is fighting it. But once there's a huge voter turnout, it frightens the APC. Because
I'm asking, how are they going to turn out? Are they going to just come out with begin to print with their hand? Is it not card? Is it not people that control that card? So when people say turn out to come and vote, are they going to vote with their school bag they carry?
Oh, hold on. Pause. Please take it easy. Hold on. Let me explain. I'll take it slowly now. Okay. There are people who have registered to vote. So the voters list is in INEC website. INEC maintains a database of voters, eligible voters in Nigeria. And when there is another election cycle, they open it up again for registration. So they put a cutoff. People who are eligible to now register can go and register. Those who do not want to register are free. There's no persuasion. It's not compulsory. It's not mandatory. But when you go, yes, there could be discrimination. We are not ruling that out. But after the exercise, they print out the names of those who they consider to be eligible to vote, that is where they will now assign you to polling units, which shows that Mr. Odua, you are eligible to vote in polling 234 in Benin City. You can see your name and your picture when you go to that polling unit. So when you want to vote, except you are coming late, that's when you will not be allowed to vote. But if you are in the line to vote, you will vote. That's what I'm explaining so far. First, you must register to vote, and then you must vote. But our history has shown that those who register to vote, many do not turn out. Only 30% come out to vote. 70% stay at home. They do not believe in the process. And I'm not saying that to fight rigging, if these 70% who are not happy with who is in power turn out to vote.
Mr. Emeka, you see where you are confusing Odua. There is a difference between registered to vote and people that collected their PVC. So use the language, those who collected their PVC.
Okay, those who collect PVC. Those who collect PVC, if they come out to vote, 70% of them, those are new voters coming out, new faces, and they are definitely not coming to vote for APC or Tinubu because they are not happy. They are not looking at, okay, I'm voting for Labour or I'm voting for Obi. How do you rig 70% of registered voters or people with PVC? It's very challenging. It's very challenging. You will manipulate, you will write an election result for 20 days. You go right tire. You go manipulate the thing tire because you are not racing against time. A lot of people turned out to vote. So that's another thing. But young people do not believe it. Well, that's the attitude of young people. Let's be honest. That's the attitude of young people. They are not interested in politics. They are not interested in power. They are not, even though it's a very consequential aspect of our lives, they are not interested in it. They're interested in smoking. They're interested in clubbing. They're interested in other vices. But the main one that would help their life, they are not interested in it. So if we truly want to be, you need to bring money, you need to bring your time, you need to bring your energy. Or else we'll continue just complaining, and the people who have a plan on pursuing their political career, because it's a career. Like now, many of us are working. We are playing the office politics for promotion, for visibility, for attention, for ambassadorial opportunities. We do it. Or if we're in business, we're fighting for contracts or opening a new branch, expanding to new markets, or bringing new products out. It's life. Growth is consistent. Change is constant. So these same politicians plan for their own political career. And as they are planning, projecting, processing, strategizing, you are busy smoking in the club.
Emeka, that is why I'm encouraging people. If you want the change, we have a structure in place which is called the obedient movement.
No, but the obedient,
people who are calling Obi out, because I keep telling people, Obi, if you become president, you know, become, you know, go affect them, you know, go affect in family. They are well doing. It's you at the grassroots, 1990 something, early 2000. I have witnessed. I have contributed 5 naira for party levy. How many political party? How many people don't contribute money for party? So if you allow individual to use this money and run a political party, when he gets to office, he will tell you like what President Tinubu said. He said he works in Sue. He is the new Kaba. So nobody gave him chichi. No Kaba will sponsor him. And that is why today, everybody they bow to him. But if we, the people, bring out money and say, Peter Obi, we love you. We are the one to sponsor you. We will make sure we defend our vote. We will come out to vote no matter the intimidation. President
Yeah, I
Tinubu
agree.
will begin to look for alternative. They will not be thinking of rigging. They will think of to come to you and buy you people who want to do. That will be their next strategy. But when they see that the people are gullible, they don't care, they are less concerned, they will just write result and keep. When that day come, they will look when you are sleeping. Maybe today, this one, they will do it 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 2 a.m. midnight. It might not be 4 a.m. again. So we need to wake up and realize that we have to invest. We have to contribute so that we can hold them accountable more. Because you don't expect a House of Rep member to go to APC and buy a form as a rep member of over 200 million. And when he go to office, maybe pick it as a loan. He will pay those loans or will pay those people that sponsor. He will not come to the constituency to do anything. That is the
How?
major problem we are having.
How is it going to do it? How?
That is the
Going to
major
pay
problem
his
we are
own.
having.
That's the problem we're
Our
having.
electoral system is too expensive for you to become a candidate to win election. See, the statistics is there for us. For you to be a senator, you need to hold no less than 10 billion naira for you to just senatorial seat. Just senatorial
And
seat.
sorry, let me even chime in with what you said. 10 billion is for you to buy form. You are not even.
No,
You
I'm
might
talking
not
of
even win.
senatorial district. I'm talking of senatorial district. I'm not talking of presidency. Just a senator for
Eh,
you to come and win election.
no, you're not winning to buy form and enter the race because you are not the only one contesting now. So you might not even win. They will still collect your money. So
The
you are talking about
primaries,
more than that.
Mr. Emeka, primaries alone is expensive
Yes,
for you to bribe delegates.
yes.
Ah,
You have to
then
bribe them.
talking about to come to the general election. So
And
we have to
there are
understand
some
this thing.
delegates you can't bribe. Those delegates that have money, they will just tell you, okay, this is what I want. I want
Yes,
this.
I want this. When you enter,
You must
social
give them.
project, I'll be the one to do all the project in the
Exactly.
social place.
All the
Your
roads
hands are
in
tied.
Umaya will be the one to tar all the roads. You say, okay, when you get there now, he has to be the one to tar all the roads, or else won't you come for re-election again? Where are you going to come again for? That's how the problem starts. Or you refuse to honor the promise.
If Nigerians are still wondering if this kind of thing exists, they should go and study the case of Chris Ngege in Anambra and
Ah,
the Imba families.
ah.
Then they will understand that
Even
these things are real.
Obasanjo,
They took you. They will even take you to trying to swear.
even Obasanjo could not resolve that problem. Obasanjo gave approval where they kidnapped Chris Ngige. They kidnapped him.
That is a
Obasanjo
sitting
gave approval.
governor.
Yes.
They kidnap a sitting governor. So you put to go and read. So these are things we need to work and stop. If not, we'll continue.
Well, we are not ready yet. That's when you say obedience, I just laugh. The movement, you see, I like the movement because it's a youth movement, right? It's a generation that is different and is a generation that is innovative, IT skilled. They can use technology, right, to enhance things. Instead of being manual, technology can come in to help things much better. Like the collation of results, as INEC is collating, they can be collating too from every polling unit. If every agent is sending numbers, they can collate even more faster than INEC. So it stops rigging before it starts with technology, but it costs money too. Then is a youthful movement that young people can identify with and enjoy. There are people, there are generations in Nigeria that has not seen constant power supply. I think my generation is the last set of Nigerians that saw constant power supply till it started in 84, 85. When they were now say, oh, we will take the light 30 minutes or 1 hour and bring it back. That was how UpNepa started. From 1 hour, 30 minutes, or 30 minutes, 1 hour, it turned to 1 day. For 1 day, From one day, it turned to 1 month. Then you are not hearing transformers exploding, or you are not you are without power for a long period of time. My generation was the last. People born in the 90s never saw constant power supply till today. So it's terrible. These are Nigerians, their only sins is because they are in Nigeria. Many of us now, we've left the country, that if there's going to be a power failure, they would have announced it.
Mr. Emeka, the problem is from the leaders who were not planning for the future.
That is the
It was just
problem.
that period.
That is the problem.
They don't know population will come.
Babangida started this problem. He was too power hungry. He was too power drunk, because he was also afraid of the drug trafficking he was doing. He was afraid of what will happen to him. He went and staged a coup. Babangida was the problem. When the CIA were using him, he was afraid of what was going to happen to him. He staged a coup to come into power. He never planned. He never sat down to think about how Nigeria would be better. Our power consumption was exploding due to our population and power demand. They were not building new distribution line or transmission line. They were not building distribution stations. They were not generating sufficient power. We outgrew our power generation, transmission, and distribution matrix.
All is civilians army. You don't make all of them governor. Both your governor, your former governor, not be one of his general.
Kanu was his boy now. Kanu is also a CIA asset.
Ibori, James Ibori of Delta State.
They were his boys. They were his boys. That was why he was. That was why he was so. That was why he was so. That was why he was so. All the things he did in Nigeria, he was so. I don't want to use the word nonchalant. He was so bold to want to run for office. After all what he did during his time as a military president, he was bold to want to run for office. And people were screaming.
He was bold now because of the structure he built. You know, see people when put in place.
I'm not disputing what you are saying. You are right. 100%. Those are the people he made. Those are the people he made rich.
Yes, it depends on them. You know, you are waiting the one for Anambra State. They talk. Those are his people. What is his name? This billionaire in Anambra State, where they wear white shirt now. Waiting be his name.
I can't remember the person.
That man, in the wear white shirt every time. Is it Otto?
Yes, I know him. Yeah, I know him.
He made a lot of people, so it depends on them that if he wants to be
they are still grateful to him. You saw him when he wrote the book he wrote.
Yeah,
that was why he was so bold. He's coming out to want to be president again before people started shouting, "Look at this man, Maradona! What are you coming here to do?"
Most of them are governors. Most of them are in Senate. So
what are you coming here? What are you coming here to come and do again? The drug trafficking in Nigeria, who started it? Him. In the military.
Now, working at the list, you know, one of they wonder how a relationship with your president be, or you people will understand.
So all the bad vices,
your president Babangida,
all the bad vices, where he was exploiting with one of his girlfriend plus his wife Miriam, because he was afraid of what the Buhari government would do to him. They staged the coup and removed Buhari. Technically, Diabo wanted to do to him.
You know when Buhari came back now as a civilian president.
Yes,
that was because of Babangida. He said he will come and explain to him why they removed him. But when they told him you are in a democracy, you can't do that.
The former NSA to Jonathan was the guy.
Dasuki
was the guy who went to arrest Buhari.
Yes,
was the one who went to arrest Buhari.
Buhari came back for them. He wanted to deal Babangida.
And that was why Buhari's first wife left him when he was in prison. So he never forgave Dasuki. That's why he put the man too
Make the man go there, go the rotting for jail.
I beg, better not verse. How those one want to bring light for us? Or how those one want to turn make sure that our people have the
when
good
you are
people they are
talking,
needing in position?
we are just
You see?
just having a reflection. It's called
Well,
reflection
before I
of where our
go,
problems start. We are how we take
thank
get here.
you. I want to say something. It said it is their generation that saw constant electricity. And I want to also tell him that it is that their generation and the generation before their generator caused the pain that the people are living today. Because when I remember when they will bring NEPA, we come and take cut lights in the street. Instead of those their generation to pay electricity, they will be giving that NEPA 2 naira not to cut light. Then from there, the transformer that they're supposed to be replacing or preparing another one to reduce the power so that it will not take overload. We are now over laboring because of the bribe or the greediness of those their generation and the generation before them. So today, the light no longer exists. So those their generation are among the pain that the generation of today are suffering. So that is why these people that are suffering it now, those their generation need to find solution for these people not to suffer, continue suffering it.
No attack on any person. Let's have a conversation.
I no attack on the. I say him. You hear me? I say him. I say generation.
When we are discussing what he's saying is when he do, and we come back and we have a conversation which we are saying that.
Then before I leave also.
They didn't plan.
Before I leave also.
Future.
Nigerians that are suffering now. Mr. Abu has Dream Nation. Thank you.
Alabo.
Thank you. And King Emeka, thank you. But only what I will have to say. Let me tell the Nigerians who think they are enjoying when they are suffering. You people should, because next year people are saying, for me, it is good for you people to cry so that you might look for handkerchief to clean your eye, or you might look for water to wash it, not to cry again. Well, in other hand, you people should begin to ask your president and their cohort, senator, or whatever their legislators and all. Ask them the people that need to pay tax, because the tax are those who able to buy 5 motor, who have 5 motor. That means they are well rich. They should sell 4 motor to use to pay tax. Those who build houses in the name of their one government or another, who claim entire Nigeria country, or who they said the monopoly of business like Dangote, all of them are the people who are supposed to pay tax for me and you that are struggling to make tomatoes farm or corn farm before we can feed, or to send our children to school. Those people are using our Nigeria money to send their unborn children to school, who paid school fees ahead when they are not even give birth to those children, or who send their children out of that country and they hold the office of the country. They call themselves that governor, senator, one position or another, even if it is a banker that is working on that government and he send the children to school. Those are the people that are supposed to pay the tax. So you people need to ask them now who will pay the tax. Tinubu supposed to sell his house, sell his wife, sell his children to pay tax for Nigeria. Because his example, who went and borrow money and go and buy what fish we'll be celebrating with. Will you people call it jasht or just or nyash? So,
the senators,
thank you.
Mr. Odua, even the senators and House of Rep will sign the tax law, will pass the bill. They don't know what thing they come for them themselves.
Yeah,
because
they're going to pay tax too.
They don't know that it's going to affect them more.
Everybody.
Even their lifestyle. So they don't even know. Politicians don't even know that they are the number 1 target for the tax.
Because well, if they're going to implement it.
Yeah, if they implement it now, it's already implemented now. Mr. Emeka, who will say no now? The National Assembly, over 80% is APC. So who is going to say no? Even some who are in opposition and still pretend they are APC sympathizers. Who will say no to Tinubu?
Yeah.
Nothing will happen. It's a rubber stamp. So nothing will happen. They are just shouting. That guy is just trying to escalate. He won't go anywhere. President will call them in a closed door meeting. He will not even be the one to go and meet them. They are the one that will go as rock.
Yeah.
To begin to beg president, say, what are we going to do? How do we do this one? He will tell them, go, don't worry, I will handle it. That is how it works. we are finished.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
are finished.
Like I said, 2026 will be very tough, and it's still part of poor planning. There was a time in Nigeria where there was so much money now. That there was so much money, we organized the first Star Games.
Yes, and people we are complaining, they don't know how to spend it.
Yes, we told the entire world, we have too much money, come and enjoy with us. And the word came. The word came. We didn't plan. We didn't plan for our population explosion. We didn't. The structural adjustment program, IMF convinced Babangida took it. They pressured Buhari. You know, the first recession started with Buhari. When things became tough, Buhari said, no, he's not going to take it. Babangida came. They pressured Babangida. Babangida was already the assets now. He collects straight. Our problem started till today. That's where our problem started from. When we had liquidity, we didn't save for rainy days. We didn't plan. We didn't plan for our future. We were spending and eating like oil will not run dry. That was where our problem started. And now, instead of us to return back to parliamentary system, we said, no, we want to be like the Americans, a bloated political system. We've shot ourselves on the foot. I have to say this, to be honest, you know, I've been conservative, but I don't think Nigeria will be better in our lifetime.
We won't be happy.
I don't think so. I don't think Nigeria will be better in our lifetime.
People, except to wake up and fight, it will. I will witness it.
No, see, in Nigeria,
I will witness it.
In Nigeria that will fight,
better.
In Nigeria that will fight will be the end of Nigeria. To be honest, let's be very realistic. There is too much bad blood, tension, concerns, greed, selfishness, self-interest, tribalism, lack of trust in that country. A country where 30% of Nigerians pick up arms, that country will not remain the same again. So that's why I say Nigeria will not be better in our lifetime. I've looked at everything, the root cause, the problems, the persistent concerns, the recycling of politicians, the waste of resources, the insecurity concerns keep growing in the country, the lack of moral values, the greediness, the selfishness. I am being blunt here. If it gets better, God came down to become a man and became the president of Nigeria. Truly, God came down and incarnated as a man. What I mean, God, it's not like a God and like Mary that Jesus entered into Mary's womb. No, not that type. Because the word, the sin in Nigeria, you know, if they born Jesus in Nigeria, it don't go work. This was God, you know, woman born and became down and became a God and became president of Nigeria. Then there's hope. Other than that, forget it. Nigeria is doomed. We are doomed.
Thank you.
Now it's even more difficult for people to escape.
The current one will come now. Not be the same way. They say I saw it. Who be mama?
Nigeria is doomed.
From the look of things,
Papa?
From the look, I've looked at the whole thing. I've analyzed it. You know, the same crop of politicians, the same set of people. There's no hope. Let's be honest. So the only thing I can advise, right, that I tell friends, focus on your life. Just focus on your life and try to be, if Nigeria is getting bad, try to progress above that issue. If people are sinking in the ocean, try and let your head be out of that ocean, because I don't think so. To be honest, I've seen it. The last time Nigeria was good was in the 80s. The last time Nigeria was good. I don't think Nigeria will be good again.
All right. Mr. Emeka, to speak like this, it shows that you supported Tinubu in 2023, hoping that Nigeria have never been a good country. Through him, we'll have a better country.
I said no, but I said it that the only person that I think can help Nigeria to have that glimmer of hope right, is Tinubu. Why did I say so? Let me even state my reasons. Because I've read his book. He wrote 2 fantastic books. I will bring in one on federal whatever. And as a NADECO member, he's also someone who is a social democratic individual. He encourages resource control. Now we are hearing state policing now, right? States to pursue their own agenda, right? And their own plans. That's Hausa Fulani control. I felt he would be the one to break it because we need to break it. But with what I'm saying now, and I'm being honest, so if Tinubu don't stop this problem,
It's not the Hausa, it's Fulani control.
Sorry, Fulani control. Fulani control. If Tinubu no break that control and this stuff, there's no hope for Nigeria. He's the only because once you said it now. He sponsored himself to become, but nobody contributes. He bring him money, so nobody can say he's his godfather. He was the godfather. The godfather became the president, and still yet Nigeria is suffering. So if he can't do it, nobody will do it. There's nobody.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr.
Najawa, before you go, you just get one advice for Nigeria. 1 minute, sir, before you leave.
Okay,
Please,
quickly, 1 minute.
there is this rumor of ranching. If you are from any state, please, you have to alert your people to rise up against or speak to your rep or your governor of your state not to accept any ranching. Because this is another plan they are pushing now. Cow is individual business. I am not taking my product to North, and I'm stressing the people in the North to say you must give me land to rear my fish from the South. Mr. Najawa, can you hear me?
Yes, of course.
Okay, sorry. I thought was. So I cannot carry my fish as a fisherman, a German, to say I want to get a fish pond in the North. So you must give me a grazing or a punch, very big land for me to do my punch for free. It's a business. So everybody should rise up against this ranching they are talking about. Nobody should accept any ranching in your state. This is a way now they want to give. These people are not they are not Nigerians. You cannot go, one tribe cannot continue to push that you must give strangers land. No. The Yoruba man is not going to North to say that. The Ijaw man is not going to North to say that. Why are they the one pushing for another people's side? Why must it be Fulanis? So Nigeria must rise against this. Thank you, Niger Watch.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alabo. Thank you. Mr. Oduwa, your 1 minute.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Welcome. Happy New Year. Christmas in advance. Anyway, thank you all, those who listen to us. And Mr. Alabo, you said something about ranching. For me, ranching is not a problem. But what is a problem is that we don't have people who have sense of reasoning that enter position. As a state governor, I can call my people and say, let us make cow farm, because that is what we know it. You can say cattle, but me, I call it llama or cow farm. So our people start making that business. We will also do and make money from it. Not another man to come and bring cow for me and tell me this is how you will do in your land. No. We want to do chicken. We want to do anything. We did not die in hand. That is why I will tell you, it is what concerns me about my people. So my people, if they are human beings, others are doing something, they have eye to see. It is eye and brain you to learn something, then your hand and leg work it out. So we are not forbidden to start making money and paying tax in our land by involving ourselves into cow. Before these people came, we were having what we call llama, a mila. We also had this cow before they came. So it is laziness that is doing us. And that is why we talk English, we say we are educated. We are selling our future, selling our children's future, we say we are developing. It is laziness, my brother. Let us use our hand to do the same thing. If I am doing, you are doing. If you did not see customer that follow you by, you will take your own home. So let our people involve themselves into cow business and start rearing cow in our land. We are not forbidden to do it. They did not write it as mobile answer people or the North people. If it is so, the white man will have not have cow because they did not have the Northern people or the Hausa people. So think of what you will do for your people. Think of what you will do for your land. Your land will be okay. Let nobody tell me it's federal government or this. Thank you, Mr. Njawash. Thank you.
Okay, I want to first thank three of you that hold on to the platform while I was on the road. I want to thank you, Mr. Alabo. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Emeka and Mr. Odowa. This is one of the things I say sometimes that when somebody is here, the platform, somebody feel hold them, why others can come in. Although one or two persons were on the backstage, but I was not there to bring you in. Unfortunately, sorry about that, but still, we managed to give a wonderful submission today. I was listening to you all. I just have to leave the panel so that my battery can keep me for that long. But still, I'm already home now. Thank you so much for the wonderful submission. According to Mr. Emeka, I'm surprised though. Hearing from him that there's no hope for Nigeria is shocking. Even though I know me myself, I've said this so many times, but hearing from him, like some of you that doesn't like him on this panel because he supported Tinubu, for me, I think he should be applauded because he's one of the few. I would have said he's the only one, but I don't want to exaggerate so much. He's one of the few who supported Tinubu that still come out to accept that he supported Tinubu. He brought Tinubu, he's part of the people that brought Tinubu into power, but criticizing him and telling us that Nigeria is not working and there's no hope for the country. You know what that means? Many people who supported Tinubu today, they will not even join your panel. They will not call into your show. Any gathering they are talking about this government, they will not contribute to it. So for me, the way they see things is different from how you see things, sharp. Yes, because I know some of them are the best for me for this platform. Because the way you want things to be, if I don't do it automatically, Mr. Njawash is not a bad person. I don't work like that. I don't work like that. I speak truth to power, and I expect people who are close or coming into my panel to speak truth to power. I'm supporting Peter Obi today. If they allow my principal to rule Nigeria and is not doing well tomorrow, I will still come here to criticize him. Of course, I will do that. Yes, I supported Obaseki's second tenure. My platform played a major role on this platform, for Obaseki. His second tenure, go and find out. We're having an interview left or right, commissioner, senator, all of them were coming here. Even his brother, Don Pedro Obaseki, and many, many more came here to speak, use my platform to speak for their principal, which I was very happy. I supported him 100%. But when I noticed that things were not going well, I decided to speak out. I did not only start speaking out, we were on ground. I and my team, we carry camera, following all the project from Obaseki and all that. I exposed him here so many times of the biscuit road he did.
And that was when you became a bad person.
Exactly. Yes, I'm even coming there. He listened to me in some of the road and redo them again. Criticizing him automatically, all his satanic supporters now thought I'm a bad person now. Mr. Naja was not a better person anymore because I'm criticizing him. I don't do that. I'm not here to build sympathies. I'm not here to build sympathy for you to love me or like me for my wrongdoing. No. I just appreciate people who can speak truth to power. It doesn't matter if you're supporting anybody. If the person you're supporting is not doing the right thing, please call them out. And that's what Emeka is doing right now. I don't know why some of them they vex for me or vex for him or all that. Let him be free. Many of them don't pressure me, block this one, block this one, block this one. Even some of them, because I don't block some of the people, when I go vex come out. You know how many people don't vex come out for this platform because I don't block some people in
Sorry,
tele.
you know, see black
Yes.
Mr. Pansa, they blame me. He said I know they fair to Odua. Waiting I do Odua.
No, just I don't know. Maybe he's being sarcastic. Mr. Pansa sometimes can be sarcastic. So sometimes you think he's serious. Sometimes it's not serious. It's just, it's just playing around. That's one thing I've noticed about him. So I think maybe it was
because of Emeka now. He expect me to fight Emeka.
No. I don't do that here. You see, many of them they vex many times to leave me for this platform, as many don't do in the years. To be honest, because if I was the kind of person, the owner don't pressure me, may I block this one, block. Some of the people wanna say make I block. By now, maybe nobody will watch me anymore. You don't do that. If we're having a conversation that is just one-way traffic, it becomes boring. Are you not aware of that? Yeah. It's just that lies cannot be spilled here. If you lie, people are here to counter you. They block this one, ban this one, block this one. I can only ban you if you break the rules of the platform. I can't ban you because of your submission. If you come here to lie and we find out you are lying, yeah, I can ban you because you are deceiving, my followers or my listeners. So come on, guys, let's speak truth to power. That's my concern. Whenever we try to criticize the people that we used to support, automatically we are not bad people. Many Obaseki people they vex for me till tomorrow. Unfortunately, they vex for the wrong person. Because me, I no agree change. Una don't tire. Say, this guy will change. We'll put on that pressure will change. I not change. As far as I'm concerned, Obaseki is still satanic. Yes. Go to Edo State now. You'll be ashamed of yourself. He's traveling from one place to another, having a satanic meeting left or right. And then those of you that having those Obaseki sympathizer and trying to bring the monarch into it and all that, to think that the monarch is against Obaseki and all that. Obaseki is satanic personally. Yes. Oshiomhole was satanic. Lucky Benedion was satanic. Okpebholo currently is already satanic. So what are we talking about? So we are not even sure who will be that Messiah, that will bring smile to our face. We will look back to say, oh my God, this is the best time for us to experience a good governance. You're not there now. You're not there. What they do is that they give you 2-3 roads, they give you 1 or 2 buildings in 8 years. That's all. The people remain the same, the state remain the same. If you ask the people of Obaseki now, what Obaseki do for Benin, they'll say he built secretariat. He bring Oshiomhole. He do. They are saying they are spewing.
He build that with the money or
exactly
responsibility. Working they put them in to do.
Our leaders, all of them are the same. None of them is good. None. They are selfish. They are wicked. Let's be honest. The reason why I never say make I categorize Peter Obi because Peter Obi have not ruled me yet. Yes, I want him to rule me. That's when you will know if I'm a biased person or not. If he's doing the wrong thing. Let them give him a chance to rule me first. Peter Obi never rule me, so I can't sit here and be criticizing him. I cannot. Like some of you also, sometimes you want to pressure me to do that. Criticizing somebody who never do anything wrong.
No corruption to his name.
Even the government never find him guilty. We'll get all the system to investigate.
Exactly. Even as the government hate and rich, they don't see anything against them. For where satanic mockery, Daniel Buala, all of the day there, they hate them. They don't see anything against them. In conclusion, please, let's speak truth to power. If you support anybody and the person is not doing well, call them out. That's all. I appreciate every one of you right there. Thank you so much. And God bless you now. Thank you, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel. I can see you. Mother Rita, I can see you. Love Manduka, I can see you. God's grace, I can see you. Thank you. Oh, you left me a message. Then it's time you step in, Nigeria Watch, to do the needful. We are waiting for you to bring this change we are all looking forward to in Edo State. Edo State will get lions and tigers.
I don't tell you, say 2027. We'll go first, we'll go buy the form for you. The thing say, don't see people they talk am now. This is a joke.
Edo State we get lions and tigers. As I get my peace, so I don't like her. Not like as I don't get my peace, so anyway, I appreciate you all, my people. Now God, I will bless you now. Thank you, everyone. My lovely mother of all mommy diaspora. Thank you very much, mommy. I appreciate you always. And my dear brother Abu Azi, thank you very much. I appreciate you always. Mr. Pansa, thank you very much, sir. Ushena, thank you very much. Wisdom Lucky, I appreciate you, and many others right there. And for those of you that super chatted me, Mother Peggy Modi, Mother Eugenia, thank you, my wonderful mothers. God bless you all. I appreciate every one of you right there. Please help us to press on the like, help us to share. We've come to the end of this broadcast. I want to thank you once again, Mr. Alabo. Thank you very much for coming in early, and thanks for holding on to the platform. Thank you, Mr. Emeka, for coming in. Thank you, Mr. Oduwa. I appreciate your submissions. My people, now God will bless you now. We've come to the end of this broadcast. It's quite late now. It's 11:20 here. I'll see you guys again. Fingers crossed. Tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow will be a very busy day for me again. I tell you, I say this Christmas period, busy. Tomorrow is another busy day for me. You know, we might probably come out
Don't worry,
late.
just come out and leave it for us the same way you do. Don't worry.
Do you promise you'll come on time? I'll be busy. I'm going to do that from where I will be.
Do it from there, then I will take over from there.
Okay, all right then. That's fine then. Thank you very much, sir. So I will. That means we'll come at the accurate time. I'll do it from where I will be. Then once Mr. Alabo just come in, I will leave the platform for him. And anybody that want to join, I will be on the backstage, be accepting you guys in. That's fine then. You know, and whenever you guys think that, or whenever I say I'm not going to be around and you think you can cover up like Mr. Alabo just offered, you can do the same as well. Because when I say I'm not available, doesn't mean the platform shouldn't be available. So if you know you guys want to talk within yourself, you just let me know, then I'll set it up. But if nobody offered, then I just move on. You know, thank you very much. 7 p.m. tomorrow, I'll see you guys on air. My people, I'm going to go bless you now. Have a good night, and bye for now.
Come ni beye mula megwa atuma e pijo cycle ndaba nyo wote monem abama ndaba basolo e bob dapa ndaba nyo baba tijo blow kiri blow kiri biao wamase what you be bros awosaku tela banye that you bros we machante ndaba chica bros of West Africa ndaba general importer Chusokole glass dealer ndaba Mike merchandise electronics dealer Jona nyeye bia wanem anyeye Toyota Crown wo mako mego Edi kwanza mio Edi kwanza mio Edi kwanza mio Isukama na neje mio Agajakwe nyambisanye Efi anyamu Ujiri akabaji Maria, Tisike, Wasuji, Philip Pamyonyama, HSK, Wasuji, traditional prime minister. Dolumba, Monya Uchi, Aruaman Sentoko, Ndamugo, Emamochia. Dr. Gochi na mana wotu waka gemo Very contractor Ajerobia Pia wanem Ajer contractor Ushima no were hanyu Yedi kwanza Yedi kwanza Yedi kwanza Biao